Hello there.
Hi.
Hello there.
Welcome to the Hellion Art Show.
Oh, God.
Uh-oh.
Episode 70. What are you oh-godding about? People like it when I pull out my swords and threaten the viewers. Okay, this is agreed upon. This is established. Okay, so everybody, welcome to my show. I'm joined today by Andres.
Hello, guys.
Hello. He is the indie creator from Colombia. And our show regulars, A.C. and Nick Zamudio, Vinnie, and Chimera. So almost full house today. Awesome. And hello, chat. Thanks for joining us today. I promise I'm not drunk yet, but I will be soon because I've just been dealing with printer problems for like half a day, and that's not fun. And I'm prepping all my own print files. So I'm just like yanking my hair. I'm like, I want to get to drawing stuff. I want to draw chapter 2, but no, I'm stuck here dealing with how to save out SVGs and putting their PDFs and bleeds and missing bleeds. And okay, anyways. Mumbai, hi, welcome. Okay, Manifesto. Hey, Methuselah. I said that right. Can I have the sword? You want to see it again? I'll pull it out. I will. The sword will be a regular as well. Ryan Blue Thunder. Hi. Jeremy Birds. Yo, there's some people. Subathari. Hi. Hello, everyone. And John, thanks for joining. Okay, I suppose real quick update on Fiendish. Like I just said, I'm dealing with printer problems for the Grayscale book, but it seems like everything is fine. The only thing I'm worried about is like I'm doing spot gloss on the cover, and I've told them 4 times that I want it to be clear. I don't want any color on it, so hopefully they understood that, and it won't have any color on it. But all the files are done. They just like it's literally just a file format problem. But anyways, everything is off the printer. Literally, like everything is in production. The standee is in production. I'm just waiting for things to get printed at work, produced and mailed to me. So and we had some small snafu with the stickers, but I reordered another batch. I tried out 2 printers. One of them was not good. Guano, very bad, but that's fine because I have another printer that is not guano, and so I ordered another batch from them, and that's on its way to me. So yeah, everything is good, and colors are also looking good. I promise I will post some of those very soon.
That's great news. That's fantastic news.
Yes, it's fantastic news. Yeah,
that's what I'm talking about.
Hell yeah. So today,
I did want to ask you, Eric, since you're talking about the some file setups between you and the printers. What kind of files do they actually ask for?
They ask for PDFs, which is not a problem, but they it's really weird because they ask you to upload like the front cover, back cover with full bleed, trim and bleed, and then the spine because my book is thick enough for a spine, and all that separately. But then when I tell them, well, I need spot UV, I paid for spot UV, they want then they're like, oh no, well then you need to put all of it together, like the front back cover and the spine as a single PDF, and then save the UV info as vector info. And they kept on telling me a vector PDF, but I'm like, PDFs can't save vector information. What are you talking about? So after like 3 phone calls, I was like, oh wait, they meant to save the vector as an SVG and save the full spread cover as a PDF. So
I think that whenever I get to this point in my work, I'll just ask you.
I'm going through this pain, so it'll be easier for you.
It honestly kind of sounds like the conversation.
You're taking the first bullet.
Yeah.
When he was helping us, like asking for help with the bingo thing, so he was like trying to ask me to actually separate files for him. But he kept saying, like, can you digitize the files while he sent me a JPEG? And I was trying to just understand what he was referring to. He meant, because he didn't have a word for it, he meant to actually cut them up and in Photoshop make them individual files to give to people. But yeah, that took a while to get. That kind of sounds like that. Is there is there a reason? Because what is the common printer that we get over there in the US? The
FedEx?
Yeah, the FedEx place. It's also the only other place that I've seen that asks me for files to be in PDF form, which I would assume actually loses quality from being on a TIFF.
I don't know. I saved everything as TIFFs, but they wanted to be in PDF. And let me show you, just for some quick entertainment, let me show you how horrific these stickers, the Bad Batch are, which, you know, you guys don't have to worry about getting these because I am not sending these to the backers. I'm going to eat this cost. But
Full screen it?
yeah, let me full screen it. So this is just the kind of shit that, you know, you have to deal with. Here we go. So look at how off the cut is.
Oh yeah,
See,
it's like on top of Casimir's head.
Yeah, and look at Iskall. It's like it's cut into. So all of them, almost all of this.
Oh, gross.
It's like I ordered like 400 from this printer. Almost all, like 2/3 were cut this badly, and I could only use like 1/3 or like even less of it. It was horrific, and the printing isn't bad, but the cut was so off, and I'm never using them.
See that white line where there's that division between the.
See, Yomi is very. See, it's cut into her, and it's like the cut was it shifted like a 1/4 of an inch.
Yeah,
and it's like I have such a big like white space. I have such a big safe area. This is normal. Most like the American printer, StickerMu, is the one that did not fuck up. They're the good printer, and they never have a problem with this cut. But I don't know. It's just unfortunate. I took a gamble on a new printer and it didn't work out. But anyways, the backers won't be getting that. I'll be sending out the good ones. But it happens. It happens. So close to 1,000. Yes, if you're watching this, you haven't subscribed. Subscribe! I'm trying to get to 1,000 subscribers, and I'm very, very close. I'm like 15 subscribers away. So subscribe to my channel. Stream every week at this time, and it's always good fun. And swords and beers and comics. Yeah. There's always a breakdown in communication and printing along the way, says Ryan Cardinal. Yeah, there's always some. So I try to be as freaking clear as possible, So like I say everything 3 times. I'm like, I want it to be clear. I want the UV to be clear. Is this the bleed you need? Is this the bleed you need? It is the bleed you need, right? So I don't know.
If not, you can pull out your sword and you're gonna cut them. That's how you bleed. Really stabs a bitch.
I mean, if this book comes out, like if I get what Bancroft got, I probably just might. I mean, never. I'm a peaceful, demure lady.
Wait, what did Bancroft get?
He when he got his like preview book for the Lucent, their printing was okay. No, it wasn't okay. They packaged the books before the ink was set, and then threw all the books in a box with no like protective padding at all. So all the books were like banged up by the time they got to him.
Wow.
It was a nightmare. It was a nightmare. Yeah, it was really bad.
That's Mixium, but in Australia. I haven't had any issues here in the States.
Yeah, most people, I'm using Mixum too. Most people don't have a problem with Mixum. First comments, hello. Good day, sir.
Yeah, I was the first person to use Mixum, and I was telling everybody about them and how good they are. The thing is, if you're, especially with your orders, you just tell them, make sure that you do extra packaging for all of them. So that way there's no mess ups. But if there are mess ups, contact them as well. I've had a few here or there because if UPS or something, if they banged up the boxes, you could even take photos of the damaged ones, send them over. They'll give you a discount or replace certain things. They've been pretty good.
Yeah, the good side is if you prove that they screwed up, they'll reimburse you. So
yeah, for sure.
That's always good. Yeah, Dude Fiendish should be an anime, says Methuselah. That would be really cool, but that's very far down the line. But that would be cool. No live action Netflix adaptation, anime. Actual anime, that would be great, and I will be in charge because I'm a control freak. So, all right. Anyways, that's enough of an update. I think that's about it. Otherwise, I've been actually thumbnailing chapter 2 for the past few days, so it's not really anything I can show because it's just like my thumbnails look like chicken scratch. But I'm continuing my work on.
I thought you had already shown me the thumbnails. I thought you'd shown me like the pencils of it. Are you getting all perfectionist on it again?
No, I'm not redoing it. No. See, remember, I combined chapter 2 and what was originally going to be chapter 2 and chapter 3. So I finished thumbnailing chapter 2, but because I'm combining the chapters, I'm working on what was originally chapter 3. But I'm just going to make the second book really big. So I'm working on like the second half of the book now. But
awesome.
it's looking great. I'm really happy with how it's turning out. but when I can't really show that at this point. But anyways, things are progressing. So
Excellent.
into our topic of discussion today, we are here to talk about comics in South America, which I don't know anything about, but I think Andres probably is the person that is the most well-versed on this here, which is why he is our special guest today. You make an indie comic called Condenarum. Is that right? Did I pronounce it right?
Mm-hmm.
Cool. And that's linked in the description, by the way. So Andres is, I think your Twitter and DeviantArt, I think, are linked in the description if you want to check out his work. So yeah, I've heard like Nick talk about comics in South America on and off, and generally the general idea I get is it's honestly feels really similar to the scene in Taiwan, where there's a lot of indie stuff and there are a lot of really good artists, but there aren't really any like publishers or outlets to get published or do it as a living. So why don't you give us a general overview of what the comic scene is like in South America?
Well, I'm not a big connoisseur of comics like from around from other countries and all that stuff, but at least from the point of view from Colombia, yeah, it's a very young industry here. So most publishers don't know how to execute like this like series or book like this, like comic books, but they're starting to get there with the publications of comics like more on the graphic novel label.
Yeah, it's a lot of like real life stories, because honestly, especially here in Colombia, that's what gets the general audiences. It's kind of like those movies where you're just like based on a life story. It's like a real story. Yeah, those things, like you see those. That's what sells comics here. That's like, oh, it's like, because then it's what kind of labels it. Like, oh, this is for adults like me.
Exactly.
Real story.
Oh, well,
wow.
Can't be fantasy. Oh no.
No.
Yeah.
I mean, it's hard because it again, like all of the fantasy superheroes and all the stuff that is out there is not really predominant in the market around here. It's all things, but autobiographical or adaptations of novels. And just correct me if I'm wrong. Like one of the bigger ones that we saw lately here in Colombia was the comic book adaptation of Satanás.
Yeah,
which was like, it was a really big hit here. It was like this novel about a real life story of this man that just came into what was it, like a hotel or a restaurant?
A restaurant.
Yeah. Just shot up a lot of people, and so that thing has been flanderized and also very what did you call that? When people kind of put it up as like almost like a sensualizing the violence in there. What do you call that? Glorified. Thank you. Yeah. So like it's been really glorified in there, and then they turned it into a comic. And so I remember like it was like the main stand we're at SOFA, which is like the big comic book convention here. It was forefront in the comic book aisle. It was like on the entrance, just Satanás.
Yeah,
based
that
on
happened.
a real story.
Yeah, and that happened because that one, for example, was like a sure bet for the publishers, because before the comic it was the book, and later the movie, and later the comic book, the graphic novel. So it was a sure bet for the publishers to go on that, and with a renowned writer also. At least here.
Oh yeah, that's also like the thing that is not just in English. In Spanish, people have also latched onto the graphic novel terminology to try and also make it sound more serious.
Yeah, exactly. That's a thing because fantasy and comics in general got like immediately compared with Marvel and DC and all that stuff. So most publishers want to avoid that, to get far from that.
Interesting. I was wondering why fantasy is not as popular in South America, as you say, because in Taiwan, there's a lot of really good artists and there's an indie scene, but it tends to lean more towards it's either slice of life, like dainty, cute little stories, which is why I don't fit in there at all, or it's like fantasy, but it's I don't know, it's not like dark fantasy, which is also why I don't fit in that market, which is why I'm selling in America. But fantasy does sell in Taiwan. It's very, very anime influenced. So
the market is still being kind of tested around here. I think I've talked to you about it, and you probably even hear on the stream like a few times I've interjected how I was excited when I started seeing that some grocery stores just recently actually started carrying some manga, which was just is nice, because if you usually wanted those, you would have to go to like a nice library and then go to the dark section over in the corner where you have to crouch and hide from people to look at things, and people kind of try and get around you, and they have like a few dusty manga volumes down there.
Wow.
Yeah. I mean, at least I don't even think I've seen comics in grocery stores here. I don't think we've had that in the States since like the 80s, which is sad.
Yeah. I know Walmart had some at a certain point, and they were doing like collected, like they grabbed like a bunch of different books, put them like in cellophane wrap, and it's like like a grab bag of books. Like you didn't even know what you were gonna get, but it was like 5 or 10 books, I think, for like $10 or something.
I know Marvel and DC were doing like a special package edition of books just for Walmart. So
kind of recently.
Yeah, they do that kind of stuff, but it's not like it's the most current issues are available at every grocery store and corner store, which would be great because that's what you see in Asia. And I keep on saying, American comics are really bad at marketing, and
we got something similar recently.
Yeah,
like the I think Andres, was it El Tiempo that is
El
doing
Tiempo,
this?
right?
Yeah. It's like it's one of the big newspapers here, and they oftentimes just kind of run some kind of like little gimmick that they pull out for collectors or for of all kinds of things. But recently, with the superhero movies and stuff, they started to actually release kind of what are considered like noteworthy Marvel and DC series.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Big collections, and at good prices.
Yeah, which has been weird because usually big, like actual collected editions are really expensive here, especially if you want North American comics. It's actually easier to get Spaniard or European comics at a more decent price, but even then you have to kind of get them through reprints, like through Gargola and stuff like that.
Yeah.
But we started getting some like collected books. And I actually got one from one of those from El Tiempo because my dad saw it and was like, "Oh, you do comics like the comics that you do."
You do the comics. You make the mangas.
That's what they get. I think it was a Jig Lee thing. I'll go get it.
Cool.
Yeah. Now that Nick mentioned it, sometimes here, most of the time. It's cheaper to buy comics from Marvel, from DC, than the local comics, because producing the comics here it's very expensive, while the biggest companies can produce make mass production of those.
Yeah.
So that's why most people it's hard for most people to invest on local stories and all that stuff. I think sometimes.
Oh, dude, I hadn't seen that.
I hadn't seen it.
I had not seen that cover. Is this for the upcoming issue, or is this an alternate from another?
No, this was a very old promo, actually. That's from 2015.
Oh, I really like this one.
One of the first.
We never saw this one when you were showing your stuff, and this is really cool.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, what are your influences? This is really good.
This is Andres' comic, by the way. I'm just pulling up an art that he did for it, for anyone who's just
I love Magic the Gathering. I love of course I love anime, and for the most classics I like a lot of the Image Comics stuff. I grew up with that stuff, so I guess some of those are like my influences.
Nice.
Yeah, I can see all of that.
Mm-hmm.
You know what? Whenever I see the, especially your action scenes on this, it always kind of makes me think of more kind of like older Spider-Man comics, because I would see those like harsher outlines on the character, and a little bit more of the deformation of them when you're on them. Yeah, it makes me think a lot of Spider-Man, which I always thought it was part of it, since so many people here in Latin America are influenced by that one.
This one is really cool.
Yeah, I like
What's your comic about?
Oh, yeah.
Okay, this is
based on a
post-apocalyptic
true
stuff.
story.
Based on a true story in the future.
As you can see.
It's a post-apocalyptic story. This girl, the main character, Ira, gets pregnant with the last human being, because humankind is sterile right there. So once she gets pregnant, these ether doors open, and a lot of monsters and invokers get out from it. So it's about the conflict and the survival. It's all that stuff.
Interesting. Kind of end of the world meets Shadowrun meets Children of God. Was that the right movie?
The Children of Men, yeah, right.
Children of Men. Yeah.
Mhm,
There
right.
you go.
Yeah,
Very cool. I
You got
really
it.
like your colors. You have a great sense of color.
cool. Thanks.
Have you ever read Battle Chasers?
Yeah, of course.
Yeah,
so
some Joe Madden
Madureira
there.
was one of my influences. I grew up with that stuff too, the Ameri manga in general.
You know what? That's actually really weird, because I'm glad that Camara brought it up, because I constantly think of Battle Chasers with a lot of the art that people have here in Latin America. But the
Yep.
thing is just that looking for it is really hard.
What is
It's so
Battle
much.
Chasers?
I'll explain in a second.
Oh, okay.
It's just that,
Yeah.
like it's a comic that seems like everybody here has read and likes, but nobody owns it, and I can't find anywhere to actually get the issues here, which I thought was
Yeah.
weird. Is it like, do you know, Andres? Because I kind of had to like move around growing up. Do you know how is it that everybody kind of got a hold of it over here?
I don't know. Maybe because of his work on the work of Joe Madureira on X-Men, and because of the on other magazines, based on other magazines like the Wizard magazines back in the day.
Mhm.
It was easier to find it here that the actual Battle Chasers comics. I have like a few here, but I got to get them actually from the States.
Yeah.
Yeah, because they have like trade paperback. And stuff.
Check this one out.
Yeah,
Nice.
that's awesome. Calvin and Hobbes.
That's great. So you said that you mentioned in the pre-show you're wrapping up your comic right now.
Yeah, right. I'm working on the 4th issue. It's going to be the last one.
Okay.
So we're very excited. I'm working with Diego Alejandro Perez. He's another great artist here. He's a storyboard artist, very good. And yeah, we're working on it, and we're going to start the crowdfunding on a couple, maybe on a month or so, locally, of course. But I think it's going to go well.
How do you do crowd, like, is it a site that's local to Colombia that you crowdfund on?
Yeah, Baki.com actually works on most of Latin America, but because of the shipping issues and all that stuff, we try to maintain the campaign just to our country.
Interesting. Yeah, I actually didn't know that there was like a South American separate crowdfunding sites. I mean, it makes sense because it's really hard to get people in Asia to back my books. I've tried, but I just thought people just don't like crowdfunding over there. They don't know what it is.
No, it's
But,
hard. It's hard, but that platform is it's focused on social causes and all that stuff. So
okay.
it's that because it works more on that way. But it's been working too for another products.
What is it called? Can you put it in the private chat so I can link
Oh,
it
sure.
if anyone's interested?
Yeah, I'm interested.
Oh, look at this.
I'm going
Nick,
to look
I
for
gave
it.
you a link in case. I don't know if you guys get your books digitally or not, but because I know it might be a little bit easier for you since you're down there. And, but yeah, I sent you a link in the private link in Arial.
Cool,
That might
thank
help.
you.
You're welcome.
See. Yeah. So is your comic available anywhere online? You have an Instagram for it as well. Let me post that.
Yes. Also for our local shopping shopping big store that it's called Mercado Libre here. It's like our local Amazon.
Yeah, I was gonna say.
Yeah.
Oh, so it's available through Amazon, right? So it's
No. It's like it's a quasi Amazon. It's called Mercado Libre.
Quasi. Yeah.
It's our version of it for here,
Yeah.
for Latin
Right.
America.
Sketch Derby asks, "Is the book done?" It sounds like it's 4 issues and the 4th issue is about to be done, right?
there you
Is that
go.
right?
Yeah,
Yeah.
right.
Yeah,
It
'cause,
closes at least it closes the story arc.
Right.
I think I can do like a lot of stuff from there, but but as we've been talking earlier, it's difficult to produce with with and to get some revenue from it. So it's too much time consuming for making a living here.
I'm really hoping that we can push you that once you can finish the story arc, as you're saying, to actually maybe do like a an international campaign to actually release like the collected volume or something. Because like, again, you don't even need. I understand the issues with customs, which I personally wouldn't even want to deal with. But the thing is, just having contacts in the U.S., you can have help to actually get those delivered over there and then spread out instead of having to deal with them. Because just opening up to just a bigger audience is bound to help out, so that you can also just relax a little bit. Because I know that Colombia and Latin America in general, it's a lot slower for us to be able to get the books back and not as reliable either.
Yes, it would be a good experiment. I have heard that on board games, some publishers from Colombia have been trying and selling on Kickstarter and Indiegogo. So maybe I have to take a closer look, of course.
Yeah, I think you should try to spread out to more markets if you can. And I understand that printing is difficult, but it's something to think about. Like I'm thinking of spreading out to Asia and also Latin America, since I don't speak Spanish. But I know Nick and Ariel and you guys, so like somebody do a Spanish translation. I would love to sell the more people, the more markets, the better.
Or just like I've been telling them, just even pushing it for a digital version, even like if it's like Comixology or something, because like right now, unless you speak Spanish and want to go through the trouble of paying in like Mercado Libre or something, you can't get a hold of your darn book.
Yeah, because I was like, where do I get your book, Andres?
Yeah, putting it on Comixology has been on the plans for a while ago, but I was just hoping to finish the thing before moving on that way.
All right.
Right. Just take care of the local version first.
We'll start bullying you more once you actually finish the 4th book.
Yeah. Thank you, man. Thank you.
Where's your book, guys? Where's your book? I want your book. Where's your book?
Yeah. How many pages are all 4 issues combined?
That would be like the 4, like 120 around 120.
120 pages total.
It's like a normal issue. Every issue is like a normal issue, comic book issue.
Yeah, like a normal floppy.
Ooh, this is really nice.
Yeah,
So that's enough for a regular crowdfunding book. That's enough for a couple, actually.
Yeah, I know. That's why I'm saying like, we really got to push him once he finishes that book, so that he stops coming up with excuses.
Yeah, I think a digital version first would be great, but if you do want to do a print version, because like at least the American market really likes print books, so that's good because it's I don't know, I like print books as well.
We do. I love it.
Yeah. So if you eventually have the funds or you are willing to try it out, you can. I think you would do well if you did a crowdfunder like for the American market. Come talk to us. Talk to us. That's what we're here for. Yeah.
Thanks, guys. We'll make it happen then.
Well, you could have the first 2 issues because 120 is a lot, especially printing. So I'd probably just have issues 1 and 2 in a trade paperback form.
That's a good idea too. Yeah.
Or split it in 2 books. So that's like 60 pages. That's about right.
Yeah.
Is it really 120? Because regular issues are like 22 to 24 pages, so that wouldn't add up to 120.
Ah, okay, right, yeah. Maybe I'm including some of the extra content. Yeah, on just on comic book pages, it would be like 20, 24, 28 for per each.
Oh,
Okay.
okay. That's still a little more than American standard comic books, but you know they're lazy and they only do like 20 pages now. So
No,
Someone has a question.
I'm the lazy one. I sometimes I just make like full pages or spread pages that just make a space on the book.
right,
You
Lola
are
and her
not lazy, dude.
butts. You're not lazy. Stop. John says art style is very attention grabbing. Not sure if it's concentrated detail or what, but good. Yeah, it's I think you have a
Agreed.
very distinctive style, and it's very
Mhm.
memorable. So I'm glad that
This
you know,
one- this-
hopefully people will latch on to your work and you know give Andres a follow on Instagram and Twitter to see more of this. And if he launches an Indiegogo or a Kickstarter for Americans, it will be on there. You will know.
Oh, not to mention, because it's just been us, because we know him. But if more of you guys follow him and keep bugging him about the fact that you guys want those books out, I mean, all the better for him to feel a bit more optimistic about the whole thing for making international.
Yeah,
Yeah.
people like your work.
Moranches. Thanks.
Yeah.
No, I wanted to jump off of one of the topics that you had mentioned here,
Mhm.
talking about how North Americans really like physical print media. Since we were talking about Latin American comics for a while, that's actually one of the main differences that we've had, in which has also kind of created a very brittle backbone to be able and make more proper looking comics, which are colored and whatnot. And is that the usual merchandise that was made for the longest time was based off of the Spaniard setup for comic books, which come in this kind of a setup, these kind of long format. Yeah, they're kind of long, and this is actually a little short. They're usually like really long to the side, and they're called tebeos, which is this kind of they still stick to the kind of tebeos.
To a comic strip.
TEBEOS. They still stick to like the newspaper format, even though they're actually telling an ongoing and very detailed story. If you guys can see these really cool inks on that.
Oh, weird. So this reminds me, is funny. I want to do horizontal pages in college, and then like all my professors told me I was a fool. But like, it's basically what this is.
Yeah.
That looks really good.
That looks
I
awesome.
love this.
Rio.
Yeah, most of Latin American comics and early comics book has that format.
Yeah, they're based off of that. It's if you guys can probably actually find a few of those in the U.S. I've been able to hunt them down, which you could occasionally find like old Western comics with that same setup, but it was just not very popular. But it stuck in Spain and in a lot of Latin America, and because the standard was black and white comic strips, payment, and also the expectations for material and the kind of stories and printing cost kind of has stayed there for the longest time. And just recently is that they're doing that whole like, unless it's a graphic novel based on a true story or something like that, most publishers don't take a risk on that.
Right.
Yeah, right.
By the way, the one we were showing is Barrio.
Todo Barrio by Carlos Jimenez.
Yeah.
How to spell this?
That's a great book.
Todo and Barrio.
There you go.
There, I'm just gonna full screen because I'm not gonna spell that right. Oh, okay, fast. Okay, that's not that hard, but you said it really fast. There you go. Yeah, that looks really good.
Hell yeah.
Doesn't it? It's so pretty.
Oh, and like again, like what it shows that it's kind of like a very mature story that's also kind of talking about a lot of the issues that were going around in Spain.
Based on a true story.
Yeah, also. It actually is.
Also.
This is autobiographical, but even so, like it talks about this, like the abuse in the Catholic schools, parents that go to war and their children die along the way, a bunch of stuff, and then communications. But then on the back of this really dark book, you also get like little paper dolls of all the characters.
Well, so you can like cut out the back cover?
Yeah,
Who
but
would do that?
I don't know who would do that, but if someone wants to do it, I'm not damaging this, but yeah.
I love
Oh,
how
that's
offended she got.
hilarious. That's so
Xerox
great.
it, blow it up, and then you cut up your copy.
Yeah, there we go.
Yeah.
That would be the way to go.
Yeah, that's funny. I don't know. That's kind of my impression of European style comics or anything influenced by European comics. It's like, that's cutesy little things, but then like boobs and blood and horrific, terrible things happening right alongside it.
Yeah,
So,
pretty much.
everywhere except here, that's acceptable, apparently.
Yeah, it also helped that a lot of us grew up with these comic strips that broach more serious topics, even though they were catered to kids. Like, I feel like I don't know, Andres, what might be your experience with it, but I feel like everybody kind of growing up around here in Colombia is very attached to one of the more renowned comic book artists here. That is, I say comic strip artist, Kino. That's his pen name.
It's Quino, right?
Yeah, so it's like that guy, even with the little respect that the normal comics actually have here in Latin America, Kino is actually respected as a high artist over here.
Mm-hmm.
And like it's his whenever he actually came for a visit or something, he's very celebrated all around the country for it. He passed away not too long ago.
Yeah, absolutely.
But stuff like his work, or like Mafalda, which is like she's like kind of like a little Lulu from comic books, from comic strips, if anybody remembers. But yeah, she was a popular comic strip character in the U.S. So
yeah, she's like on the level of like Charlie Brown for us.
I'm specifically talking about that. Yeah, I guess so. Yeah, popularity wise, yeah, she's like the Charlie Brown here, because it's like most newspapers have like Garfield and Mafalda next to them, and Kino on like and really big Kino over them. But yeah, like Mafalda was like, it's like this little girl, and it's just like quirky little kind of like Cobbin and Hobbes kind of stories, but then out of nowhere, she will actually start talking about the inconformity of the current political climate and stuff like that. And so it's very normalized for these topics to actually be brought onto the table without them being stigmatized. And I think that those comic strips really opened it so that we got used to that growing up, and it endeared itself to most younger audiences. And growing up, nobody would attack those either. Comic strips kind of became open ground to be able to deal with these things without censorship, or at least not too much, I guess.
That makes sense.
Yeah, that's nice.
Hey, Blingo!
Oh, Blingo's here! I was wondering where you were.
I was too.
We miss you. I'm glad you're back to haunt us. You're still in a drawer in a morgue. We haven't gone back to that module.
We keep juggling around our different modules, and we haven't gotten back to that one.
We've been hunting horses and being attacked by, what is it, a bullet? I'm sure that's a bullet. Our characters haven't figured it out, but
which by the way, Irene, you were saying that out loud. You're not supposed to say that, because then the other ones might start Googling it.
Oops! Well, yeah, nobody heard me. Well, come on. It's not like Danielle doesn't watch our show, so we're fine.
Yeah. No, I'm saying like in the game, you said bullet.
Oh, shit. Well, okay, everyone's also hard of hearing, so we're fine. I read the monster manual. I probably shouldn't do that, but
I think their hearing gets really good once they see someone start dying next to them and something turned over to look at them.
Oh yeah. So that's been happening. Thank you, Mr. E.
Oh yeah, we had mentioned those comics that are actually are starting to come out around here. I think by El Tiempo. These are like 2 volumes of Hush that got adapted in Spanish. So we're kind of getting these like hardcovers right now, and a lot of people are collecting them right now.
Oh, hold on, let me full screen you.
I don't know if it's a fad. Well, it's a whole comic book like movie thing. So like it's kind of they kind of seeing that they have this kind of a market around, and so they actually have some good printing. It's not crappy paper like a lot of the prints around here.
Good. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, even the inks. There's no obvious bleeding on every single page, which is very common on reprints here.
Oh, wow.
And even,
Really? That sucks.
well, yeah, because like it's
Damn.
because it's recycled material. Because the worst thing is that sometimes when people get the rights for reprints, they don't even get the files, but they actually have to get the books from how they were published in English and then scan them and modify them on the computer and then print them again. So there's like it's a scan of a scan.
You just get the freaking working files. You have the rights.
People don't give a shit.
Wow.
Yeah.
Okay, that sums it up.
People don't give a shit. It's like,
Give a shit.
Yeah,
You give a shit. Yeah.
it happens a lot with very old titles, right?
Yeah, and the audience is not very proved right now. They're testing it out here with a few things, but that's why it says like everything is just like a real life story kind of a thing, or something that has been proven, and they know that some comic book movie fans might want to have a collected trade or something, but they're not really going much out, which is why we keep pushing on this, because like he's an independent creator who has really pushed out some quality books out there, and without the backing of editorials, which is really hard.
Yeah.
Yeah, and Andres has been like your prints have been really nice. Yeah, like the few issues we have, they've always been like really top notch.
See, not to mention that when I started the project, it was one of the few color comic books here in Colombia.
It's like we're saying, the norm is black and white.
Interesting. So the norm is like the book that you pulled up, right? Like the
kind of, because the thing is that I'm talking about this. The thing is that I was saying that
cool.
these kinds of books set the base for how a lot of comics were gonna be working here in Latin America, because this is a little bit older, and also this one's from Spain. But it's like this existed, and this kind of told us how we were gonna make comics. And so even now, because even when you get some independent publications making it, it is expensive, and the printers are not always the best that you can get around here. So the more reliable way in the very small market, because we only get like conventions to sell, we have nowhere else to go for comics here. It's gonna be black and white with trying to make a nice glossy color cover, if at all.
Wow.
Yeah,
that's crazy.
But
yeah, and as I said earlier, most publishers that actually came from a book background are trying to start on this graphic novel format. So a few years ago, we started with this one. This was like our first comic book. I did this one with a couple of friends from my born town, and they were all good. They were also based on a true story. This was from the Palace of Justice Siege. Actually, that was the only thing why the publisher.
It's kind of like how a lot of we've had friends where like with publishers, like they have a comic book idea and they try and come up with bullshit. It's like it's like video games. Publishers, kids love video games. Like, okay, shit. How do we write some video game shit into this? On this one, it's like it is like when the Palacio de Justicia burns. That's a very well-known event that happened here in Colombian history, and so they latched onto that and actually made a adaptation of it, kind of like Mouse. So it's like it's like little mice reenacting the events of the burning of the Palacio de Justicia.
Palacio de Justicia.
Yeah, right. It's like a fable. It's like a fable, right?
Yeah.
The Palace of Justice. Yeah.
That looks great, though, man.
Yeah, this one has been very successful for being our first one. It's been very successful, and they invited us because of the historical memory and all that stuff. They invited us to a lot of events from it, and it was also distributed on the public schools here in Colombia. So it was a really good experience. Yeah,
that's great.
I was about to say it's like a storybook more instead of a comic.
Yeah, exactly. It is all contained here.
Oh, yeah. Well, I'm glad to hear that did well. Really cute.
Yeah, absolutely.
So this is like the most common formats This one is from Laguna Libros and Cohete Comics. So they are doing a lot of this kind of format and stories. They also published this one a few years ago. This came from a web comic. This is science fiction with some romantic topics there, and this one actually won the International Manga Award from Japan on 2017.
Oh
Yeah,
wow!
I always hear whenever that contest is going around.
Yeah, it's very good. It's lovely. This is one of my favorites, and it's very well done. Yeah.
Sweet. This should probably be available on Amazon though, right? If it won that award.
Andres?
No, not really, not really.
no?
They just applied like from the contest from some yeah. ¿Cómo se dice? Sí, yeah. They just applied from the contest and that was the thing.
Yeah, let me know if you have a hard time with anything, Andres. You can just say it in Spanish, and I'll help you try and translate that.
No, I don't even remember the word in Spanish.
Okay, that will make it difficult.
Andres, do you happen to know if there's an English translation of it?
No, I don't know. I don't know yet. I have to ask. I have to ask to Henry and Paulo Guerra.
Huh, I like the use of space. Yeah.
Yeah, Henry is very good on that, and they also use just these two inks, so it makes some very interesting focal points and all that stuff.
Yeah, black and green. Yeah, everything that you're showing now, I'm like, how do we get it? And all I'm hearing is, you can't get it.
Right?
There's only Spanish editions. Dos Aldos. Cool.
Yeah,
I mean, let me Amazon search it right now to see if it's available.
Yeah, you'll probably have. I don't know how hard it is for using foreign debit or credit cards and trying to get things off of Mercado Libre. Because, like, I mean, the way that we always do with things to get them from the U.S. until recently, where payments have become a lot more affordable through like Amazon and stuff, is that we would constantly have people that just keep cabinets over in the U.S. so that they have to deliver things there, and then we have to pay for things to get to us. There it is.
There, Spanish edition, but learn Spanish, guys. It's Kindle, so you can get it in Kindle on Amazon. There you go.
Oh, there you go.
I'm gonna post the link right now.
If they have it in Kindle, shouldn't they be able to have like translations pretty easily in there?
Yeah.
Oh yeah. Would they have would Kindle have Well, it depends on if the text is merged into the image.
Oh yeah, that's true.
No, because it's a comic. But there you go. The link is in the chat right now if anyone wants to check it out. Yeah, Sumo Authority. Yes, it is. It is frustrating. I want to read more overseas comics, but it's like even European comics are sometimes hard to get here. It's just so frustrating. It's I'm glad manga's doing so well, but I want more.
There's a couple of series that, again, for one of my favorite artists, I mean, I've ordered a couple of foreign copies. I have no idea what the hell the story is, but I like the artwork. I'm like, when are they going to translate this already? But when they translate it, they shrink down the size and then they edit the book. And it's like, well, that's
right. And just have also like an unedited, just translate it as close to the original meaning as you can without localizing it. Like,
I mean, remember when manga was just an even nicher interest? People that were fanatic enough about getting this kind of entertainment and unfiltered and on time would take the time to translate it themselves.
That's what scanlations are for. Disavow. I mean, I never partake in that. What are you talking about? Ever. I pay for everything I read.
Wink, wink.
Speaking of, have you ever did you finish reading Ronin?
No, I'm halfway through. Dude, when the sci-fi stuff hit, I was like, what's going on?
Yeah, it's pretty trippy.
It's very trippy. No, I'm like halfway through. It's good, but I'm a little confused. But yeah, it is good. Yeah, it took a power outage for like almost like half a day for me to actually sit down and read some comics. Because otherwise I'd just be like, I have more work to do. I need to be at my computer.
Yep.
So yeah, I got what is it? Dragon Rage just fulfilled, and that's on my that's over here. I have it, and I have Ronin to read, and I have a bunch of Chimera's books. I'm also halfway through SOS. But yeah, it took literally power outage back to like the 90s. I was like, I have no internet. I can't do anything. I have to read a physical book. Oh, so painful. But yeah, it is good. Just trippy. Let's see. Guilty conscience says what? Guilty conscience, never. So, are there any other like South American indie artists you think you would like to recommend to show people their work?
I have like a few from the latest one, and these actually are more like fantasy and all that stuff. So that this is why I think the industry is getting it's getting like there. It's like with our own language. So we have this one Elemental. Elemental is from Viñeta Violeta Studio. This one's from some friends, and this one is very good. This one is very good. It's also with 2 inks, but this one it does have a lot of action and all that stuff. It's very sci-fi. So
that
this
looks
one
really freaking good, dude.
It does.
I want it. Where can I buy it? Let me buy it.
And
Yeah,
I got to do the how do you call these ones on English? Las contraportadas.
Oh,
the
back cover.
The back cover. I get to do the back cover for these ones.
Oh, by the way, guys, like if you guys see that thing that was under Andres's finger, that weird elephant face thing.
It's in the bottom right corner.
Yeah, that's a typical carnival mask here in Colombia.
That looks terrifying.
It usually is not frowning, but the thing is just it's every single piece of it is in a different color. It's a silly kind of elephant man mask that people wear around here.
Funny.
Yeah, the original it's very silly.
Or like an elephant man. That looks like
Nightmare Fuel.
Nightmare Fuel, right? It's like
Well, yeah,
a
because
murder
it's silly.
mask, but with like a
When
phallic
Andres draws it.
nose part dangling.
It's serious. They're probably that elephant man is probably killing someone right there.
Wow.
Yeah, and the cover is from another, I guess, most famous artist. The cover artist is Omar Francia. He has very good stuff on making covers and fine art, so it's very cool.
Elemental, you said?
Elemental. This is the first issue, just came out this year, so we hope to see more from there. And this is another one from those guys. Limbo.
Ooh.
It's with other artists, but it's like the same writer and the same publisher. It's very indie too, but they get in there with the quality and all that stuff.
Oh yeah, that looks great.
That looks really good. I hope these creators are rich. Probably not.
Probably
what
not.
Am I talking about?
They're rich, but from doing other stuff.
Comics.
Yeah, in comics. Bullshit. Sim, hello. What's up? Thanks for joining us. LM, does it come in English? Yeah, that's all I'm thinking right now. Every single book you post, I was like, does it come in English? No. Does it? I want to read it.
Let's save ourselves some time and just assume no for it.
Yeah. That's so sad. See, there's so much talent. That looks so good.
One good thing about Limbo and about Viñeta Violeta is that the creator is very well connected on Europe, so they are publishing this. They're taking to Spain these ones, and
okay.
They're moving it on Europe. Yeah,
that's good.
Yeah,
So
if
you take your comics to Europe, don't come here.
Well, for us, the thing is just that since a lot of our bigger editorials are actually more. They kind of bring things over, but they're actually more localized in Spain. That's kind of like making kind of like the bigger leagues for a lot of people that want to make comics. It's kind of like the equivalent of what for a lot of people is kind of like, oh, we're kind of finally got to do a Spider-Man book. I'm like, I got accepted into Marvel. For a lot of people, it's actually being able to go into And I forget. There's one of the big editorials. It's always like it's a black box and like with yellow text. Is it Norma?
Yeah.
Yeah. There you go. So
Yeah,
like Norma
I think
is a really big.
Panini.
There you go. Well, Panini is for albums and stuff.
But
Like,
it's also for comics and manga.
Is it?
Yeah.
Okay.
I
All right. Well,
think
there
it's
you go.
that one. I think it's
Okay.
that
Well,
one.
yeah. There you go. So it's like those are some publishers that are like really big, and people always want to kind of try and get those. Most other things are indie over here.
What is this website? Wacom? Is this like a pirate website?
No, it's just to catalog your comics, your collection. So people like a Goodreads. Have you heard? Have you tried that one?
Yeah. Okay. I was
Yeah.
like, I don't want to link, pirate website.
No. But
you can't buy it on here, right?
I don't know. I only know that you can comment and rate it.
Yeah, I think they just at best they have links to like the creators and where to get them.
That's
Sometimes.
Cool. Here's a clear view of the cover. That is very good art.
That looks amazing.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's very good.
Yeah. That sucks I'm glad that you said not this book, but the other book, the creators have connections in Europe. But I would like to obtain it because they don't make European stuff easy to get here either. I don't understand. What's so hard about this? Just I don't care.
Right.
Sell it to me in French. I will Google translate it. I want more comics.
Yeah, that's what I had to do. I had to get a book. I got a book. I was getting a book series. Then they stopped making them. So I ended up getting like 2 issues in Spanish, 1 in German. I'm like, holy shit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And plus,
That- that-
I just want the art.
That reminds like my folks were actually like going around. They found a volume of Fatale, and I don't know where the hell is it that they got it, because like when they actually brought it over, I opened it, and not only is it like volume 4 to start reading Fatale, but also it's in Portuguese.
Oh yeah.
Yeah,
Well,
I thought
you can kind of manage that, right?
Yeah, it's like it shows like it's kind of like that whole like bargain bin video games and stuff in the U.S. where it's just like or like movies where just like this looks like Ratatouille. It's some kind of like weird thing made like in like a couple weeks. It's kind of like that because everything here, be it good or bad, if you buy a comic book, the culture is that you read it at home. You read it when you buy it. Everything is sealed in plastic, so all you got to go on is the cover to get stuff.
Yeah, you mentioned that everything is like shrink wrapped, which I get they don't want the books to be damaged, but at the same time, it's like at least have like a sample copy.
No.
That's not why.
That's not the priority. That's not the priority because there's a bunch of normal books that are not sealed.
It's so
why?
It's just comics. They don't want. Remember, you know how like the stereotype of the comic book store is the guy's like, "Hey, this is not a library. Come on." It's literally that. They don't want people to read them because the idea is like if they can open them and look at the pictures, then they won't want to buy them because they already saw them, and they will crowd the stores just doing. Which it does happen in comic stores. People do crowd it and check and just stay looking at the books instead of just buying it.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, well then deal with it.
One of the last conventions we went to here, like locally here, called it's Sofa, right?
Yeah, it was in Sofa. I know what you're talking about.
Yeah, there was this. It's so like that.
That guy.
There's the one guy who made his own original comic, and he was trying to sell it. He had printed it and everything, and he put it in shrink wrap. And I'm telling him like, dude, you need to like not put your stuff in shrink wrap. And he's like, no, you gotta like buy it first before you can look at it. And he was very insistent on it. And I'm like, that's just what the sellers are telling you, dude.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Wow.
I hated that.
That's crazy.
I felt kind of bad for that guy.
Homamente? Which one is your comic?
Elemental. This is the author from Elemental.
Oh, really?
Oh, nice.
Hey!
We have the author in the chat right now, everyone. Do you have like a channel or something? If you have a channel, everyone click on the icon.
Yeah, he's actually a very good channel of geek and freaky stuff.
Awesome! That's so cool. I'm gonna gonna
Yes.
follow you right now. Hell yeah. Let me post a link. This book looks so great. Hey, can you make this book available in English, please?
Yes.
Or come on and
Please.
translate for us.
Yes.
Yeah, everybody's been asking
You also
for it.
you also have to come to Colombia, guys. You have
I
to
want
come.
to whenever travel is
Yeah,
possible.
like,
Whenever
And-
travel's possible.
Yeah.
Well, no, like before COVID started, the idea was we wanted to bring over Irene to just actually join us over in Sofa, but like immediately that plan had to be canceled.
Yeah. I had so many travel plans for 2020 and it just didn't happen. Yeah, I'm definitely planning on going sometime. All right, I'm going to post a link to his channel right here. Follow.
You say that an English translation is coming soon? That would be nice.
Yes!
Oh, hell yeah.
Woo! Awesome. Apologies
Beautiful.
for everybody's ears, but that would be great. Blinko's Vengeful Ghost says some bilingual creator could probably crowdfund a translated version and sell them. So I have kind of some news about Fiendish. Nothing solid yet, but I'm looking at a Japanese translation.
Japanese. Ooh.
Yes. Because the
Nice.
Chinese translation I could do it myself, but then it's like I don't think I have a very big Mandarin market. But I have friends who do Japanese translation, so let's see how that goes. We're in talks.
Cool.
I don't know.
That's-
I don't know,
that's
like,
great
because
news.
it depends on, like, I hope it works out. I'm just gonna do digital first. I'm not gonna sort of spend the money to do a print run. That's a big risk. But like, I would like to see if there are any more markets I can reach. And the bigger the audience, the
wise.
better.
Mhm.
Yes. Relax. Coming soon. Here is Comamentes. Am I saying it right? I'm probably not saying it right, but there you go.
You're doing it great.
Great. Awesome.
Is the entire YouTube channel in Spanish? I'm just seeing
means
Spanish.
Yeah,
Oh.
it is.
Well, whatever.
Better
If there's art stuff and you look, there's cosplay and art stuff. Yeah, who cares? I don't care. I want to see.
Okay.
Yeah.
I was saying that Clemente means mind eater.
Right?
That's
Come
Oh,
here.
really?
Come here. You're in America. Learn Spanish already.
No, you guys learn English.
I am learning Spanish.
Oh, all right.
That's right. Deal with it.
Mhm.
I mean, I have a lot of Latin American followers though, because I did that drawing when I was that little
Right.
emo kid drawing. So I'm like, I have to learn Spanish.
The people on
So half my comments
they're
on Instagram are
responsible. They're responsible. So like your fans in Latin America are actually responsible for you wanting to learn Spanish in the first place. Is that it?
yes.
Wow.
Have
They can pat themselves on the back for that.
Have you actually brought up the existence of that picture on your streams?
Oh, let me see. I think I did once, but nobody
Oh, yeah?
recognized it. Yeah. Here, let
Okay.
me pull it up. That'll be funny if people do recognize it. So, while we're on the subject of Latin America, yeah, this old thing I did it when I was like 16.
Oh, yeah, you showed it on my stream.
Yeah, oh, it's on Vinny's stream. Yeah, apparently a lot of people. So I was in Taiwan when I drew this. It's hilarious, but I was 16, and apparently it really latched on in Latin American internet. So like people found it years later, and I have a lot of Spanish-speaking followers.
Yeah,
so.
on our Pathfinder streams, our friends are like when they saw, it's like, oh, you drew that. That one's famous.
You're famous.
I didn't know about it, but like by the look of it, this is the kind of shit that like Latin American little girls love. They like those really big eyes and just like cutesy little body creatures. Because it's a thing. It's a thing around here. Like,
Oh my god! Right? By the way, El Padrino, you've been posting a little bit. You mentioned that you're from South America. Where in South America?
Yeah, where are you from?
but yeah, like my older cousin, she like her room. She was this very stereotypical Colombian girl. Had like posters of just like little cartoon dogs with big like water droplet eyes. It's just a thing, just like cutesy little things, just sitting there next to like flowers or something, and just looking cute. They collect little memorabilia, postcards, posters, and notebooks, and it's just, for some reason it's just really big here to have that kind of a look. And
Cool.
apparently our friends Danielle and Yvonne tell us that all
Oh, you
the
froze.
little punk and emo girls just love Irene's drawing.
Irene apparently defined a generation here.
I've been being told that it's a little shocking.
And you did the updated one, or you said
I did do
you
that.
barely got anything compared to what
That was
this
going
got.
cool too.
Well, because it's nostalgia, and I get why people like this. I think I'm gonna do another version that's the same, style, but just more polished. So, anyways, yeah. So this is a thing. Yep.
Okay.
That's what I've been told. Every emo kid had that image as a Facebook profile pic. Yeah. Apparently it got. Oh, you're from Bolivia. Cool.
I know
Very
nothing about
awesome.
Colombia. I barely know anything about Colombia.
I was gonna say, honey, what do you know about Colombia?
Wait. So wait, AC and Nick, how long have you been back there then?
We've been living here for like 3 years, I think.
Oh wow, I was actually in the same too.
Yeah, no, it's been. I think,
Oh no, it's been like 4 years because you went to
I'm very bad with
Colombia.
dates. I'm very bad with dates.
No, 4 years
No, it's been
because
3 years.
no, because you moved back at the same time I went to Taiwan, and then I moved back to the States, but you guys stayed in Colombia, so it was like 4 years. 4 years, guys. 2016.
Yeah, it's been long.
Oh my god.
Or almost 5 years.
I still don't know Spanish. Oh my god.
You don't?
Nick, you have to just stop speaking English to her. Everything has to be in Spanish. Force her to learn.
Yeah, play Pathfinder in Spanish.
Yeah. Oh God, then I have to. Oh my God, I have to step up my Spanish. Oh, it's gonna be terrible. All right, let's get the image off of this stupid drawing. Well, stupid for me because it's old. Scare Sharpie said I should teach everyone Mandarin. I would happily do it, except you know what happens every time I offer to teach somebody Mandarin? Like one lesson in, they're like, "Oh, I can't get the tones right. Oh, it's so hard. I'm done. It's too hard." Like every time, I'm like, "Listen, Mandarin is actually not that hard. The writing is hard, but to speak it basic spoken Mandarin is not hard. It's just the writing is intimidating, and the writing is like a whole like deep dive of it's a rabbit hole." But
while you're ranting, go get your sword.
I have it right here,
But you were born and raised there. That's why it's easy for you.
Well, I know the writing is still hard for me, like because I don't practice a lot. I don't remember all of this. Sometimes, like because it's like the tiniest stroke. If you get it wrong, then it's the wrong character. But handwriting Chinese is like I have to think. Every character, but typing it isn't a problem because I just put in the phonetics but speaking is honestly not that hard because you don't have any tense. You don't have to put in tense. There is no gender. There isn't even pluralization. It's very, very easy to speak basic spoken Chinese. So yeah, I find it very fascinating.
Look at the latest comment from El Padrino, Irene.
Yeah, I like that.
What?
Latest comment from El Padrino.
Way to make.
We were talking about Lego, but sure, yeah.
Oh my god! I've been being told that.
So if you didn't know, if Irene was a part of your emo childhood and you didn't know, Irene caught on to how popular that image was, and recently she redid the image.
I did, but I like the new version, but it's not quite as emo. So I get why.
Why were you drawing emo people in the first place?
Because I was a little emo. I was emo.
No, Chimera. Emo people
I wonder.
Okay.
Yeah, no idea why.
All right.
I guess I'll pull up the new one. Yeah, the new one isn't as popular. But anyways, yeah, I was a little emo kid and I was super awkward, and that's why I would draw so much because oh, that was the awkward little emo kid. Here.
You got lost in the world we're creating.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
There you go. That's the new one. Yeah, it's a little too polished, I think. I'll do another one sometime soon.
Where did you put this one? Didn't you put it on your Twitter at least?
It's on DeviantArt.
Oh, okay.
And also on Instagram. And on Twitter. Yeah. So. I've got the power! I need more beer. I'm not drunk enough yet.
Yeah.
Don't forget that character strokes must be written in a specific order. Yeah. I don't know. Like, I get why the writing is hard because yes, I grew up with Mandarin, but I remember the pain, the tears, the literal blood that it took to learn writing Chinese. Like every kid who grew up writing Chinese, it's like even if you're a native, it's hard. It's hard no matter how you go about it. It's like I would just every day after school, it was like 2 or 3 hours of my mom would do this exercise for me where she would say a phrase and I'd have to write it, and she'd say it, I have to write it. She'd say it, I have to write it, and like we do that for like 15-20 minutes, and then she'd check my work and then mark all the ones that are wrong, then we do it again, and that's how I would learn to write. Because
that was like his birthday.
That was every day of my life.
Holy crap.
Yeah, and then and also I didn't get birthday celebrations. I had a weird childhood.
so I was like,
oh, shit.
There's a reason she went emo.
Yeah. So as you can see, it's fine. As you can see, I'm very well adjusted, and everything turned out well.
Apparently, you're more famous than Taylor Swift, according to the chat.
I know, honestly,
not.
It's not just.
All right, let's stop. I'm not.
It's not just El Padrino who's been saying this. Like we've been hearing this from multiple of our other Colombian friends as well.
Yeah, they all recognize.
God damn it, Mr. E!
We're really gonna roll out the red carpet for you whenever you come over here.
Oh yeah, it's like
please.
I really, if you come over to like Sofa or something, we need to make it so that the banner for your table needs to be that freaking image.
Yeah.
Oh,
that would be a great
I want to be known by my current work,
Exactly. Irene says, but I'm doing Fiendish now. I don't want to be identified.
I'm not going to leech off of this thing forever.
She's going to have to do the spin-off series, Emo Fiendish.
Hi, Yvonne.
It's going to be Emo Fiendish. That's going to be
Fiendish is already pretty edgy and dark. So, as you can see, I can't get away from the edgy stuff. What is going on? Okay, I was trying to open Fiendish, but it didn't work. All right, there we go. But yeah, anyway, so there you go. Now everyone has seen how I drew when I was a wee one.
Oh, hey, also, I went to look through some comics, and I found that I actually have that that comic that we had mentioned, the one that like was very popular, like being pushed around
a couple of years ago.
Yeah, the adaptation of that novel. This is the one that has been pretty big around here, Satanas.
Sorry, I'm trying to open the link. Let's see. Oh, we're so close to 28,000.
Oh, nice. 640 backers. That's amazing.
640.
That's great.
Yay! Thank you guys.
Way to go, Irene.
I'm gonna see if we can hit the 30,000 stretch goal. I'm gonna start fulfilling soon. If we don't hit it, we don't get that stretch goal. Because I'm not gonna do more stretch goals once I start fulfilling. But thank you all who backed this book. You all rock. Ellen says Irene's edgy. I'm so edgy. Yeah, as you can see. So edgy. I was on Vinnie's stream on Sunday, and Brian Criscall was like so nervous. He was like, "You're gonna cut yourself with that," and he had like 5 stories of people swinging swords on YouTube videos and cutting themselves. I'm like,
it's common. It's common, Irene.
I was like, I know I'm aware that I might do that, but I'm not. I am actually trying to be careful, despite appearances.
She just holds it like this and jiggles it a little bit.
Just a little bit. Just a little bit. Oh, thank you, El Padrino.
Nice.
Cool.
That's great.
So, are there any other South American comics? Let's go back to this awesome work.
Yeah, Nick was mentioning the Satanas one.
Yeah, we got that here.
Okay, let me pull that up. Yeah.
That's
Oh, wow.
It's kind of matte, so I guess it's kind of
it's kind of hard to see.
Yeah, and like the art is not the best. I don't particularly like it, but it was very, very popular here.
Okay, let me Google
it's
it.
Like half of it is in black and white, the other half is in color, but even then it's just like early 90s video games where everything that is serious is brown.
Oh yeah.
I also brought some other stuff here from Colombia. I had a little zine by one of our indie creator friends, Jennifer Perez. She was one of the first artists that I actually met from Colombia, and we actually met through DeviantArt, and we just kind of get it. Yeah. She has this cutesy style.
I love that one. It's very
Oh,
fun.
yeah, that's nice.
It's very
Oh,
fun.
that is so
And-
cute.
They make like each one of their covers for the comic The Mash is trying to be based off of another like popular horror movie cover.
Oh yeah, what horror movie is that?
I'm not very well versed.
I forget.
I know that Jennifer and her writer are really big horror fans, but I don't really know about that much. Unfortunately, like the printing, like you can see here, like the edges of the printing are not that great on this.
Is
But
this
that-
an example?
But that's kind of the norm, honestly. But yeah, Jennifer is very talented. She's been working like this manga style for a long time.
Okay, so her name is Jennifer Perez,
Mhm.
and she has a
Oh.
website here, www.mashcomic.com.
Yeah, that's the website for the comic.
Okay.
If
Well,
you
at least that's a
if
link
you guys
to
want to
find
check
her.
it, if you guys want to check it out.
Cool. LMS, are there going to be any comics promoted in English tonight? Well, we're going to promote everybody's comics that's on this panel. So, but
I mean-
the subject is South American comics. So someone actually requested it last week. And I thought I would honor that request since we have so many people who are from South America.
Excellent.
I mean, do we
Should get
really have to
called.
explain the topic when we're talking about Latin American comics?
I don't know. I think people just want comics they can buy and read. It's not so much about where the comics are
No,
from.
yeah, that's fair.
Like, I want to buy all these comics, but they're not in English.
Actually, you know what? The MASH comic, I forgot about that, but because it's been a while since I've talked to Jennifer, but
Nice.
for the all of what they've
That's
got
great.
is actually online because it's a web comic as well. So if you guys go there, they have it there, and they actually have made English translations for this book.
Mm,
Oh, beautiful.
cool. And
Yeah,
wait,
because Jennifer is fluent, so.
sweet.
Yeah,
Yeah,
it's
it would be
very
great.
recommended, that one.
Right.
And I
Great
got
art.
another one. I've
I
got
love the
another.
manga style.
Yeah.
So cute.
That is great.
I've got another indie comic here. It was with an editorial that now is debunked, but yeah, it's Parque del Poblado by Johnny B.
Parque del Poblado.
Yeah,
Oh.
it's
I
just like,
haven't heard about it.
no, I kept wanting to say that it's autobiographical, but yeah, it's a slice of life on the life of a Colombian youth.
Does that mean town park? What does it mean? Parque del Poblado.
Oh, look at that art.
Yeah, park of the small of the town. Mhm. Yeah.
It looks a little ash canny.
Yeah. That's kind of like the feel that they're going for this one. It's very is the kind of art that you usually see from like a small autobiographical black and white comic and stuff like that.
Yeah, it's cool.
Very,
Yeah,
very cool.
What is that popular one that like where we were always being told to read it in college? That really big one in the U.S.
Wait, what are you
So
talking
like,
about?
so it's black and white, and there's the big one, and then the second one that the artist made was in India.
Oh, you're talking about was it
Oh, Craig Thompson.
Persepolis.
Blankets. There we go. Blankets. Yeah.
And then
Yeah. So it's like a very similar feel to this kinds of books because again, it's always like a real life story or like really grounded in realism and the kind of stuff that you would find like melodramatic telenovelas, stuff like that is what usually gets kind of noticed.
Right. Someone is asking, where can they buy the English version of Jennifer's stuff?
You go to the website. Go to the website. It should be
Yeah,
there for
there's the
themashcomic.com.
The Mash comic.
Yeah, because like it's like the Monster Mash, the Mash.
We have another friend from Colombia who has a web comic in English, and I'm wondering if I can find his actual web comic page.
Mash. Is this it?
Yeah,
This is
that
it.
one.
Yeah.
This is right. Okay, so it's Mash comic, not the Mash comic. All right,
Yeah,
there
it's
you go.
just mashcomic.com.
Oh, sorry. Ariel read it out loud before, so I thought it was.
Link in chat. Yeah. Cool. Yeah, awesome. Well, at least there's something here today that I can actually read.
By the way, John, no, I'm keeping the Kraken in English. Sorry.
No, Mr. E, Oh my god. That's
get her
not gonna
started.
happen.
Don't get her
Even-
started.
Even as crazy as I am, no, I'm not gonna do that. I'm leaving like the sections that are in my constructor language in that constructor language in the book already. So, but I have a glossary in the back that you can reference. So it's already enough translation work. It's a lot of work to like work through the translations and do the glossary every book. So I'm not gonna. But I am looking at other languages. So Mandarin would come eventually when I have time, which is probably never. This is the thing though. There's like half the stuff for Fiendish I can do myself, but I don't have the time anymore. So I might hire someone to do the Mandarin version and just like check their work. And I am looking at a Japanese version. I'd love to do a Spanish version sometime. So yeah, I think indie comics going. Yeah, what were you saying?
No, yeah, I was saying for like to get the European market, yeah, that'd be fantastic. But like as it is, what we're doing right now, yeah, we're pushing the crowdfunding through the channels that we have right now. If we get picked up by those other markets somehow, yeah, it'd be awesome to get it, get these books translated into other languages and have it around the world. That'd be amazing.
Yeah, that's the thing with indie comics. Well, I think we've kind of reached a bit of a cap with the American market. Well, I think we could always grow some more. Like if we would start having and putting like people need to put ISBNs on their book, get their books in bookstores. Like don't just like Indiegogo is great and selling online is great. We have to push it more. But I think a great way to expand for indies is going international. So we don't have the backing of big publishers. That doesn't mean you can't go international. That doesn't mean you can't translate. Just do a digital version. So that's what I'm doing. I think it's something worth trying out.
Yeah. Well, Rini's going to translate all of our books in her language. It's going to be
fun. No! I'm not. I will help you with Mandarin versions, but nobody's going to translate the Mandarin. And do a Japanese version. Don't do a Mandarin version.
Well, the Mandarin would come in handy. Well, the Mandarin would come in handy when China conquers the world. So there you go.
It will.
That's very soon.
Yeah, that's what I've been told. Ellen, can Irene explain to us her language for Fiendish again? Sure. Yeah. So let me pull it up on the website while I explain that. I suppose we've been live for about an hour 20 minutes. Let me do a quick rundown on Ninarsa. And we can go on to promote all our various comics here. And why don't we do that? Let me find a safe place to put my sword because, as you all know, safety first. Oh my God! Will it balance?
She's gonna drop it on her foot one day. I know it.
No, don't fall. Okay, all right, we're good.
Scream so loud.
No, never! Don't jinx me.
We won't.
Don't jinx me. I never. I won't drop my sword. I like my sword. That's just. It's actually a machete. Yeah, screw my foot, right? Just. That's actually a machete shaped like a gladius. What I want like a actual Viking sword, but like a functional one. But those are really expensive. I'm not gonna get a cheap ass thing on Amazon. I want something that's actually somewhat functional and like I want it good for reference and everything.
Always be prepared. Okay, reference. That's it.
Oh, reference. Yeah, I mean what? Never. I don't collect weapons to use them. Never, Vinny, never. So, anyways, here is Ninarsa is my constructor language, as I've mentioned on stream a few times before, and it's here's the basic alphabet. Basically, what I did was the reason I built it was Fiendish is completely fantasy, and I thought it's just not immersive if I had. Whenever a reader would see writing in the comic, it was in English. I didn't want I didn't want any English in the comic. I didn't want anything like culture-wise that was like, oh, this is just like something I ripped out from the real world and plopped it in. Like I thought, the alphabet, everything has to be completely different. So for most languages and like I'm doing something different I'm going to eventually have characters from like my fantasy version of China in there as well. And I'm trying to figure out what to do with that writing system, which is much more complicated. But anyways.
Oh my God.
Okay. Listen, this is necessary. Okay.
Necessary.
This is fantasy. This is I either go all in or nothing, okay? And I'm going all in. So Nanarsa is the scholastic language of the continent of Arvos, which is where the story starts and where most of my main characters are from. And it's basically it's a clerical language. So shamans and clerics and people who, record keepers would write in this language. And it's like it's older formal language that's kept kind of static for record keeping. And I took the sounds from originally it was from Old Norse and Old Slavic, and a little bit of Finnish just because Finnish sounds really nice. And so a lot of the same influences as Tolkien's work, but I threw in some Slavic as well. But the syntax and the word order is actually from Chinese. So the way the language is, the way I write it in the book is so I have a dictionary down here. Actually, here's the alphabet on top, and this is the dictionary. So I put it on the website for anybody who's crazy and wants to actually look through it. I don't know why anybody want to do that, but here you go. So
how long did it take you to do that?
Good God.
I didn't just do it in one go. I just been slowly building it over like the course of 3 years or so. And I'm still building it. So it's just whenever I find a word that I might need. And there's more tabs. Here are relationships and professions. So it's not that expansive. I can say most basic things, but I still come across words that aren't there all the time. So
I use some kind of like online algorithm program to help you help you construct a language. And I thought you were just done with it.
What?
Am I?
Who told you that? I don't using no algorithms. I do this by hand. I'm building this with sheer.
No, I know that there are like language building sites out there. I thought you used one of those to help you out to like make the language.
No, that's for lazy people.
Oh my God.
And sane people.
This whole time I thought you at least had like, a sliver of rationality about you, to use some kind of program to help you construct it.
That's right.
No. Why would you think that?
You've known her longer. You've known her longer than the rest of us. You know how crazy she is, right?
Like you're berating Irene for trying to do her own thing.
If I had programs online that can help me do all the stuff I need, then maybe I wouldn't spend 1 million hours on it. What?
Then it's not authentic. Like, okay, do you think the people who build Klingon and Dothraki use a program to build it? Because that's just a program generated the language. It's not. No, because
they hired actual linguists to do that.
Yeah, I mean,
George R.R. Martin did not make Dothraki.
Okay, he doesn't have to. Good for him.
They hired a linguist.
Well, you think with the amount of time that he's spending to write these effing books, you'd think that he would have.
You have a good point.
He's taking time to make good stories.
No, he's just right. He's actually not. If you look at the other shit he's doing, he's like writing stuff for Netflix and writing other books. And let's not go on about that.
Oh no! Don't kill this for me, Irene. Oh no!
No, it's already dead. It's already dead. Just face it.
Don't kill it for the third time that you two have the same conversation.
What? No, several times.
Yeah.
Oh fuck!
The two of you need to have a machete fight.
Seriously.
Oh my God!
Yeah,
you're so forgetful.
Oh my God!
Every time I pull up this language, AC has to berate me for it. Anyways, as I was saying, the syntax is actually based on Chinese. So the way I write it, I say the phrases in Chinese, and then I plug in the words from the dictionary. And there are some differences. It's like it's not a gender language, but there is tense, and there is. You don't have to specify plurality. So it's a little weird because it depends on the language. Not every language works that way. And as you can see, the way I wrote it, like here, sometimes I use Chinese words because it's just easier to translate the meaning of the word. Here you go. See, like that. But anyways, so you can check this out on the website if you want to delve into the mind of a crazy person. I don't know what else I can say to explain it. There you go.
You explain it perfectly.
Say some words.
You're a crazy person.
Talk it.
What?
Speak your language, Irene, is what
Speak my language. Huh. What can I say? What can I say?
You can say something in Mandarin, none of us would even know.
I know.
You should say back fiendish right now.
I was
Yeah,
about to say
Backfiendish,
that.
right. Oh no!
How do you say fiendish in Inarsa?
Orgastige.
Orgastige?
Wow.
It's actually on the cover for the black and white version. Then you'll see like a Lunarsa text under fiendish because the black and white version is a variant cover. Urgastiges. It means evil beast. So urga means evil or demonic, and gastige means beast. So it's a
Urga.
compound word.
I dated a girl named
There you
Virgo
go.
once.
What? Well, burger fish. Thank you. Yeah. Yeah, I can't. I need to think of a phrase that I can just say off the top of my head because everybody wants me to say something in an Narsa.
How do you say hello?
Well, yeah, I mean that's what I was saying. Like say
Aka.
back fiendish, because that way you're both giving them what they want and also promoting your book.
Yeah, I can't. Like, do I have a word for back? Like, how would I say that?
Maybe like
Promote,
support,
fund or support. That you should be able to find that.
Donate.
Donate. I don't have a word for donate. See,
there you
there's a lot of okay.
Feed.
Say give me money or I'll stab you.
I'll make up a word right now. Okay.
There's got to be a better word in English for what we're describing. I'm starting to feel like I'm lacking in vocabulary.
Yeah. How do you
Right.
say emo in the Nursa?
Yeah, there you go.
Emo. There you go.
Emo.
Yeah, I don't. I need to actually come up with something that I can say. Now you guys are putting me on a spot and I feel super awkward. Okay, it's fine.
Uh-oh.
Real to me. Now nobody's gonna buy fiendish.
I know no one's gonna buy it. Okay, fine. I'll make something.
Ruined.
No. Okay. Hilasa Urkasij Ashna. There you go. I think that's how you-
That sounded Norwegian.
a little bit, except a lot of the words end in. It's not. I don't have like so many ilder sounds anymore because I started out with like a because Nordic languages, it's Old Norse had a lot of like the endings are like like Hjalmar and
So did you
Mother.
learn that language first?
No, but I did study it. I have an Old Norse dictionary that I just went down and referenced for
Oh, wow.
sounds and root words, and I moved away from those sounds. And if you look at the dictionary right now, a lot of the words, there's a lot of na and la and lao, like u, n, and a endings is more common. So I try to make it a little softer. Like there's sharper sounds, like a lot of K sounds in the words, but I try to have it end in like A's and U's. So anyways, I try to soften it up a little bit.
My
And
mind is
I wanted to
slowly
sound like
exploding.
I wanted to sound like old, but still a little like intimidating, old and smooth, but intimidating. And that was my goal. And if I have in the back of chapter 1, this is why you want to back fiendish, okay? And this is not on the preview online. In the back of chapter 1, the 4 extra pages, those are in the Narsa. And in the glossary, I not only have the English translation, but I have the pronunciation. And I also have a video on my channel where I actually translate the trailer for the comics. So yeah, there you go.
Nice.
There you go.
Great.
El Padrino's gonna Thalia.
Talia.
Just means support. Okay, I guess that is also a name. All right. Oh, thank you, maybe human. All right, that's enough about that. Why don't we go on to? AC disagrees.
What happened?
I don't know what happened. AC's losing her mind.
I mean, I'd hardly call it the voice of an angel when you're squealing and yelling at us.
Oh yeah, the voice of an angel, my screechy, annoying voice. Yeah, totally.
Well, don't beat
There's
yourself
that.
up like an emo kid.
No, I can't help it. It's my inner emo. No. Yeah, this comic looks really good. So check out these books, guys. I wish this was all in English.
I wanted to show you and mention the latest one from that publisher,
Oh,
from
okay.
that editorial. That's Planeta Comic. And this one is from the writer from Satanas. But here we have a outstanding artist, Rem Camargo. It's amazing. You have to check it out.
Yo,
Oh,
yeah,
wow.
that is amazing.
That is incredible.
What a perspective.
Great stuff.
Damn.
And they're working on this series of pre-apocalyptic comics.
Pre-apocalyptic?
Yeah, it's like the story
Interesting.
from 10 characters, hours before the end of the world.
Oh, so it's right now based on a true story.
There you
It's
go.
right now, yeah. Oh yeah, they're on a pandemics too and all that stuff.
Oh my god, it's pathetic! Holy shit!
I called it.
Oh, Padrinos, all these books
Oh,
look so good,
yeah.
bro. Yeah, these books look so good.
It was taking me a while to recognize the book. We actually, I think we actually met the artist that was working on this over in Sofa. Was he around last? Right, there you go. Yeah, we were talking with him. You know what? We actually were hoping to, when I was switching out from Phoenix, we were hoping to actually get him to be the colors for the other issues. But he was busy, already booked up on this project.
Yeah, they've been working hard on this series, and this is like a big format also too. And I just got on weekend I got the new books, the 5th and the 6th, and they're very, very cool. Yeah, they're very cool.
They're always testing some cool perspective on the book. I remember on the first one he has some weird one where I think a city is kind of falling on the guy.
Wow, it's killer.
It's really cool. I mean,
yeah, look at that. Look at those colors.
Yeah,
what was this book called again?
This one is Homo Capensis. And the series is The Last Day on Earth.
Okay, the Homo Capensis, Last Day on Earth. Cool. All right. So anybody in the chat who is in Latin America, I guess, who can pick this book up.
Yeah.
So
this one is easiest to find. This is on. It's not an indie title, so this is on every library here.
Yeah, I mean, you can tell by the embossing on the cover.
Yeah.
Yeah, all these books, I want them on my bookshelf now, and I'm angry that they're hard to find. Alan says, I love books I can't read. Yeah, same here.
Yeah, it happens. It usually
I feel the same way when we went to Europe, just buying a bunch of French books. Like, it's fine. I can't get them otherwise, and they're really cool looking. Might as well.
Yeah, I've done that when I was in Japan, and I would just pick up random manga. It was like, okay, my Japanese is not good enough to read this, but it's pretty. I'll buy because it's pretty.
One day.
I'm working on it. I'm also trying to learn Japanese. It's probably never going to happen, but I'm trying. Yeah.
Puerto Rico? I don't know sketch therapy. I don't know. Most of the time, it's not really one of the main places I hear most deliveries actually reaching over here.
Dan, it's Boob Dan. What's up?
Hey, Dan. What's
up? What is up?
I hadn't popped in a while, so I thought I would say hello.
We missed you. You're just in time for us to start promoting our books. I think.
Ooh, what is this?
We were just going through South American comics. That was the subject for today, and our guest Andres was showing, and also Nick was showing us a bunch of books from South America that are super awesome. And I'm very angry that we can't buy it here in America.
I got a bunch of books. I think they're from South America, but I'm not sure.
Oh,
because they're from Moro Boselli, and Stefano Andalusi. Got text. Like I crowdfunded these like a while ago, and I'd forgotten about it. I got in this one, and then I got this dragon book by the same people.
Oh, that's cool.
Are those from South America?
I don't know. I don't know if they're from.
I guess they might be Italian.
Yeah,
Spain or Italian translations.
A good way of seeing might be actually looking at the editorial.
And then this one, which is like a monster. It's like a freaking phone book. It's
wow!
It's a Native American like Thor / Lone Ranger character. I don't know how to describe him. And he's like,
does he flip through some pages?
Yeah, that's a really neat cover.
Well, let me switch my camera.
People are glad Boob Dan is on.
What? Hello, thank you.
You are popular as ever, Boob Dan.
Am I?
Hey!
There's some boobs for
The
you.
holy boobs grace us. Thank you. Thank you.
All right.
I was wondering what would you do with this stream.
All right. So this is this one here, Zagor.
Oh, okay.
And I think this is like newspaper strips.
Mm-hmm.
Because it's all lined out in this rectangular grid pattern.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
And it said it was from like 88 to like 89 or something. So
Oh wow.
I think it's all newspaper strips because there's no differentiation
it seems
in the
very
panels.
historical, right?
That's one of the things that we were talking about before you came in. That we were talking about how a lot of the comics here are the standard is the comic strip. So even when they actually collect them into a ongoing story, it tends to be actually just patched together from the little comic strips that were published on newspapers together.
Mm-hmm.
Hey, Billy.
Yeah, so that's definitely what I'm assuming this is. But
Ooh,
except for this panel, it's a
Nice.
big nuclear bomb panel. It's kind of nice.
Mm-hmm. I wonder if that's European. Is that from South America?
See,
I
now
can't tell because a lot of their work looks very European.
Yeah, it might be. Here, let's look. There's a thing in the front here.
That looks good,
Let's
though.
see. It says published from June 1988 till November 1988. Might be right. It might be Italian or
Who is the
Spanish.
publisher?
It's called Epicenter Comics.
Epicenter?
Yeah.
Never heard.
That one.
They're crowdfunders. I saw they had an Indiegogo campaign that I had missed.
Just looked it up. It's Italian.
Yeah, it's Italian? Okay, so I got this.
There are. I've even got like a couple of Italian books. I think sitting up here. There's like Italians have like a lot of really good comics out.
A lot of fantasy too.
Yeah.
So then there's
A lot
this
of fantasy
one.
and science fiction.
This one feels more like an artist edition because the quality of they're calling it a masterwork edition because the quality of the. Let's see if I can get to it. I think it's a character called Magic Wind because if you look at the pages, they kind of look like they're a little more heightened in the scans.
Very noir.
That is very pretty.
Yep.
Yeah.
That's
I love the opening page.
Hell yeah.
Yeah, the opening page is amazing.
And
there's like this was crowdfunded. Yeah, I think I got this off Kickstarter, but I saw that they're doing their stuff now on Indiegogo. Like I love this panel.
Is this available?
What's that?
Is this still available then?
I believe on their website it is. Like if you go to their website store, they have some copies there.
Oh, excellent.
Nice.
There's a nut in that other book that I just showed you. There's another one that they have that they sent me a ton of like
Look
mini
at that
prints
light
and posters
spatter.
for. So this is for that other one. I want to get this book. That's like this Native American guy like fighting ninjas. And because this is just like this other book that I'm working on. I'm like, oh, this is cool. And but I don't know if this is out yet or not because I went on their website and it didn't look like you could order it from their store, but it looked like they were promoting it. But
the ninjas almost look like Mark Silvestri style.
Yeah, they're more like actual traditional. But this book is cool. It's got like look at this weird.
Oh wow!
This panel is like way off style, but it's still pretty dang cool.
Oh my god, what is even going on there?
Yeah,
just kill it.
Yeah,
it's very like creepy magazine, like eerie, sort of looking like stuff. Like these weird like cultist looking people.
This is kind of art that makes you want to draw right now.
Oh,
yeah, look at this top panel. I love this top panel.
Oh yeah, that's a killer angle too.
Yeah.
What's the name of this one?
This one is called Magic Wind, and the book is called, I think it's called Vulture is the specific story. Magic Wind Vulture, and this volume is the masterwork edition of it.
Sweet.
And then I got this one, which is called Dragon Arrow?
Dragon Arrow.
Dragon Arrow? Is that what it is?
Yeah. Dragonero, yeah.
Yeah. And dude,
Dragonero.
look at that. Like right on the inside cover, I was like, ugh.
Feather dragon. Well, it's Drake,
Yes.
technically.
Yeah.
2 legs, Drake.
So, and I think this is just a collection of some mini comics that they did, like just some standard, like this one.
Beautiful stuff.
But
Yeah,
everything in
Ooh,
this
something
is
color.
pretty
Oh my
great.
god, so pretty. Where can I get this?
The backgrounds. This is definitely available on their website.
Okay.
I saw this on there.
Me want, gimme.
Just go to the
Dragonero.
if you search for Dragonero, you'll find it. But if you go to EpicenterComics.com, I think it is, they have it on there.
Cool.
And then this is the one that I actually backed. This was the one that the crowdfunder was for, and the art in this is like awesome.
Oh yeah, Tix.
Oh geez, you know
Tix.
what?
So great.
Yeah, I was just looking up Magic Wind on Google.
Yeah.
I have an issue. I have
nice.
I have an issue of Magic Wind. I got it in the U.S.
Where is it?
It's in one of our boxes of comics. But
man.
yeah, so like it seems like you can for those in the U.S. you can actually just get Magic Wind, at least individual floppies as well.
So I bought this, like I may read this, but I bought this mainly because it's some of the best like backgrounds and like horse drawing I've ever seen. So I'm like, I need this for my reference collection.
Yeah, that's very good.
Yeah.
So they had some really great deal, I believe, if I remember correctly, on all the books, and I was just like, I'll just take one of everything. And I'm pleasantly surprised. I totally forgot it was coming, and I went and they left my mail, because I had a couple of boxes. I also had a Mad Max record trilogy that was in there too, and but this box was there, and I was like, what the hell did I order that feels like somebody mailed me masonry? Because it's like it was like at least a 35-pound like box, and I had no idea what I ordered that was that heavy. But yeah, like freaking this shot of them shooting the dudes in the canyon is awesome.
That's nuts.
But yeah.
Half the time I buy comics, it's not even to read it. It's just I don't care if it's like in Italian or whatever. I just like drawing inspiration. Like I have a giant folder or several giant folders on my computer that's just like I just save cool pages that I find. It's just that's the inspiration folder, you know.
Yep. Yeah. I have a bunch of folders on my phone that are like reference folders for various books.
Oh yeah, my phone is cluttered with just downloads of other people's art as well. It's
I have
crazy.
Let's see here. What do I have here?
LM says all boobs are created equal. Spanish, white, black, etc. All boobs have some respect. Thank you. All boobs are created equal. That's the moral of the stream today, everybody. Amen.
I got a couple of manga books.
I do need a drool cup.
I can't show these off, but I can show you the. Maybe I can show you the. I don't know if I can even show you the covers on these.
By the way, hello, Alex VRB.
Here.
Glad you're here with us.
So I have this book. I can't read any of it, but the art looks great.
Oh, I see now. Very strategic.
Yeah. Great reference.
That's great art.
Yeah.
What's the title?
You have a strong pair of thumbs there, Dan.
You know what? I can't read the title. I think it's.
Hold on, show it to me.
It just says Megastore Comics.
Oh yeah, show it to Irene.
Oh no.
Okay, hold on. Let me move my finger so she'll be able to read the title. There we go.
Etchy. Oh, okay.
Are you actually moving with your thumbs, right? Moving them with your thumbs.
Oh boy.
Oh man. The one on the back is even better. Let me show you the.
That's literally what the left side.
I like the one on the back too. The one on the back is pretty nice.
Oh, that's great.
That's cute.
That honestly, I'm like, I know that's tittillating for guys or whoever likes boobs, but it's like that just when I see that, it just looks painful.
Yeah,
that looks painful. It's like
no.
to have if you have big boobs and they're being squished like that, ouch.
I get that.
But
you're right.
It looks I
have other
guys
stuff.
Don't care.
I wonder if any of those artists made balloon animals.
Oh my god.
Balloon animals. Nice thumb placement. The chat is very happy. Dan, you liven up every show you're on. I'm so glad you came on here.
Sorry.
Pinch him, Dan. Mystery wants
Here.
you to pinch him.
I'll show off some art to make everybody happy. I got new stuff.
Oh, yes.
So let's
There
see.
we go.
What do I got?
Woo. Holy
I got
boobs.
You want
Boobs are
boobs or do you want just awesomeness? I have this.
I mean, both would be great.
I
Oh.
love that.
I finally finished this page.
What is that then? Like a rock golem or something?
It's like a lava creature. It's like a worm creature that lives in lava.
It has man boobs.
I got this one too, but it's not done. I'm just part way through that one. That one has boobs.
Mm-hmm.
There you go.
Sweet.
There,
I love the
grays
texture
pop.
you put on the guy in the bottom.
You like that one?
Yeah, that looks good.
Mm-hmm.
It's like crawling his way out.
Yeah. The texture, like the stringy texture, the way you drew that.
Yeah.
Like you do, like that lava coming down his face.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Good stuff.
He's a beast.
Yeah.
I'm trying to think. If I have
Dan, you're
anything.
a beast. You are the beast.
I try my best to make people happy. Give them what they want.
Worm.
Let's see. I know I drew some stuff at work the other day. So let's see if there's anything in here titillating.
Bar. Why would you ever think that's what it was?
Too far, Matt Var.
Shame. Never.
What, are male body parts off limits for you?
What?
Well,
I mean, first of all, YouTube. I don't give a shit.
I draw lots of male body parts, but those seem to be more offensive than the female ones.
I've been on private chats, private streams with Dan. I've seen his other old DeviantArt stuff. But no, I can't be on a public stream because YouTube would strike me. YouTube.
Yeah, it'll get bad. I would never do that. I would never do that to my friendo Irene. I would never strike her.
Thank you.
Or get her striked like that. So I have to be careful what I show.
Yeah, YouTube is their prudes.
Yeah.
It's just anatomy.
It's the
people have
truth.
such a fucking problem with it. Striking each other's bodies. Boobs.
But you can take me off now.
Okay, I was like, are you gonna post something else off?
I was gonna post something else, but I have to go in the other room to find it. So you guys
I just wanted
talk
to
amongst
put
yourselves,
you there
and I'll be right back.
Okay, there you go. I just want to make him feel awkward, guys.
Always. It's all right. I'll be awkward for you guys.
Well, look, there's a white nipple right next to him.
Oh yeah, there you go. So there are 3 boobs on the screen right now. Cool.
I'd say we're all acting like boobs today.
Oh man. Gravity doesn't exist in comics. Billy Baxter says, I'm Dan's colors because I like working with all those interesting line weights. Yeah, he's really good with line weights.
Mm-hmm.
It's very inspiring. That's something I'm trying to be better at. Just like motion and line weights. Dan's really good at motion. That's the thing with like that. I ran into that problem with my if you look at my older art, it's a lot stiffer, and I don't know, it's because I think very technically and structurally. So to like loosen up and draw more motion, I reference. That's why I like European comics so much, because those artists are so good at motion and power, and artists like Dan, I love looking at that kind of stuff. Because it's like I can do structure, I can draw buildings, that's easy for me, but I want to figure out how to do motion. And I've been looking at a lot of John Boy Mayer's art as well. He's really good. I think him and Jorge Jimenez are couple, and Carrie Randall, so some of the few Marvel artists that
Jorge's
I follow.
work is
really
incredible.
Yeah, incredible. Such good motion.
Yeah,
it's like a lot of detail, but they don't lose the motion. I'm trying to figure out how to do that. So
yeah, it's clean for as much that he puts into it. He's got a very clean style and approach to his storytelling.
Yeah.
Cool.
Mr. E says, "What is line weight? Is it anything like a lightweight?" I don't know if that's a joke or a serious question.
Right, but that's actually a technical term that some people might not know.
You're right. Okay, line weight is like it's just literally the thickness of the lines.
Mm-hmm.
So, for example, a lot of artists will draw the background. If there's a character standing in front of a background, they'll draw the character with thicker lines, especially a thicker like outline all around the character. And to separate, to make it look more in front of, like on a different plane than the background. So the background will be drawn with thinner lines, and the character will be drawn with thicker lines.
So weight literally is indicating how thick the line is. If it's a thicker line, I mean, it like we can describe it as being, you know, heavier. I guess having more.
Yeah, and it's not just that. That's a common use for it. But one of the other things that with someone that is actually also very good at line weight is that they will vary it up on the very same picture that they're working in without it having to be on the foreground or the background. So you, oftentimes in comic books, you can actually notice this is a common technique. You'll notice that the lines on the bottom of certain characters, especially in the middle of motion, will have harsher strokes to imply that
thicker.
Yeah. So to imply that there's a weight to that movement. So like the weight of it is at the end, and there will be thinner lines across it. Just almost kind of like your eye sees less detail. Kind of think of it like with a blur for like a punch. The end of the punch is where all the impact is carried. Even if it's not on perspective, that it'll be thicker on the lines, but the lines of the movement will be kind of blurry and light to imply that ephemeral feeling to the actual drawing.
Yeah. So when Boobdan comes back, we can take a look at his art. Like he really varies up his line weight a lot. Like you see it on like his boobs that he draws, how like there are thin parts and thicker parts, and that tends to create a sense of shadow and weight to it.
Boobdan's boob art is a whole class in how to draw comics. It's his entire discipline unto itself.
Yeah.
All right, let's we're a connoisseur of giant boobs here. A lot of things are not easy. A lot of things art is we're there. Learning does not stop. You can never stop learning.
Right.
With comics, even people who are like old masters, you listen to them talk about art, and it's like it's a journey they've been on to draw the way they do. And even when they're 80 years old, and people like Mobius are like, oh, there's this thing that I'm still working on. Like, it's not like, oh, you settled on a style and this is just the way I draw. You're always evolving.
Of course.
Oh, hey guys, sorry to jump in a second. I was just dropping some of the Latin American books that I had back on the shelves. And I came across this, which I wanted to comment, because I was actually rather angry through the week when I found out that Sandcastle was actually apparently nabbed to be a movie, and unfortunately got in the hands of M. Night Shyamalan.
Oh no!
Like, if you guys might have heard it as just old. The movie.
Is that what that is?
Oh, really?
Called Sandcastle. It is a beautiful book. I love it, and I was very upset when I saw that it was.
So he ruined the comic.
He
changed it a lot.
He explained something that he shouldn't to keep the mystery of the book, and gave it a very different ending, which I thought was a real shame.
Apparently, he also changed the characters a lot. I saw a review or two of it.
Oh, but yeah, here's a little bit of a show of the art, by the way, guys.
I will never trust that man after what he did to Avatar. Ooh, oh, that's good.
Yeah, that's cool.
Wow, that's crazy looking.
More.
Yeah, great. I didn't know it.
Oh, you should check it out. Check it out. It's a quick read, but it's really nice, and it's very slow and creepy.
Nice.
Very interesting. Yeah, that's my face too. That's my face too, Yvonne. Thank you. I think there've been some weird movies coming out recently. I just saw a trailer for Old, but Pig. Have you guys seen Pig?
No, it wasn't very good.
I want to see it. I actually love the idea.
What's the idea? What is it?
What do you think the movie is?
Yeah, what's the premise?
It's so it's Nick Cage, right?
Mm-hmm.
It's Nick Cage playing. He looks like he's like fucking 80 years old, but he's living alone in the woods with his pet pig, and so looks like it's John Wick, but with a pig. He's living in the woods with his pig, and it's this little fat pig, and he's like cooks for the pig, and the pig just like cuddles asleep on his cot. And then one day,
pig, right?
yes, it's a little truffle.
Okay, yeah.
And then one day, someone like attacks him in his little hermitage, knocks him out, and he wakes up. The pig is gone, so he goes. It's what I gathered is probably not. It's probably there's a twist. It's about something else, but it's like it seems like he goes on a journey to like hunt down whoever took his little truffle pig, and I want to see this movie.
I have to say, like, I really like Red Letter Media, and they did a review of it, and they said like it sounds like it's really goofy, but apparently it's like kind of somber, like a dark character piece. So
yes, no, the way I describe it, I'm like
it's when you say like John Wick, but with a pig and Nick Cage, it sounds like bonkers, like balls to the wall.
No, it's really
it's not that at all. That's what I heard.
Slow. Yeah, no,
Apparently he's really good in it. Apparently it's a really good movie.
Right, shocker.
According to those guys.
Finally.
Drama.
Right, it's very dramatic and slow and serious, but I'm squealing over the cute pig, but literally, it looks like John.
Are you squealing, Irene? Are you?
Really? But it's a sequel to Babe or not? Is it a sequel to Babe or isn't?
A sequel to Babe. Yeah, that's what happened.
Oh my god! So basically,
the title alone, I thought they were talking about Andrew Cuomo.
Oh boy!
At the end of the movie, he gets his pig back, and he's like, "That'll do, pig. That'll do."
Oh my god!
I don't know. I want the pig to be reunited. That's a good piggy. I love pigs. Pigs are super smart. You know, truffle pigs are special. Yeah, it's like Taken but hilarious. I mean, it's a very serious movie. You want to think someone can make this something serious, but this is serious. Someone stole his truffle pig. How can you think this is a comedy in any way? This is a very serious, grave situation that he's going to go on an epic journey to win his little truffle pig back. I need to watch this.
I keep going back to my shelves and finding more Latin American comics to talk about.
Yes.
Irene, I think you might, in particular, you might really like this one. It's a Latin American adaptation that actually came out for Beowulf. And it,
Oh yeah.
Oh, I've seen this. I've seen this.
Oh, nice.
I saw this in New York Comic Con a couple years ago. I was like,
we found this. I found this, and I was actually.
Sarah, you're evil.
Not my bag. I'm
How
trying
dare
to find
you.
it.
They're all cool pages.
Yeah.
Don't strike your wife on camera.
On camera, Vinny says.
Have you? Oh
That's
wow!
why when it's on camera.
That's cool.
Oh my god!
That's awesome.
Wow.
I didn't know that one that was good. I thought that it was a crappy adaptation or something.
No,
I
dude.
never had it seen the inside of the book.
No, yeah, it's like it's oh yeah,
I feel you, Matt.
honey, it's okay. Andres, since you're talking about being lazy with splash pages.
Oh my god!
That
Ooh.
looks a lot like my splash pages.
That's amazing.
Ugly
That's
little face.
Yeah, that's Grendel.
I'm gonna have to look for that book.
Yes.
Dude, like,
Wow!
when
I have
found
to
out
pick
about
one. I
this-
have to pick it.
When I found out about this, I was actually contacting James Heron because he was at the time working on Rumble. Because I thought, I was like, dude, like this guy like fits this style so much. You guys should do it like an alternate cover. And next thing I found out, he was actually the artist that followed James on that book.
Mm.
So yeah,
Nice.
Wow.
That's great.
I find the human
So cool.
faces a little weird, but the rest of the art is really good.
oh, that's one of the things that I like them.
I like the layout. The
It's
layout
I
is
like
great.
their faces. They have a lot of personality.
Have you
That's
guys-
one way to put it.
Have you guys seen the Michael Loufre Long John series?
If I
Long
have,
John
I
Silver?
don't really know it by name.
It's Long John Silver. It's freaking great.
Oh,
But it
yeah,
reminds
yeah,
me
Link
I
of
got
goes
those.
Vengeful Ghost. Yes, this one is definitely available
that
in English in America.
Yeah.
Oh, what's it called?
Right.
Yeah, that is a good series, buddy. I got those
Yeah.
too.
I wish they would translate that series into English.
Hun, how do you know that these people are
Wait, they
South
did.
American? Because I know that they have Latino names, but is that
Oh
what
no,
you're
it's just,
talking about?
I at the time I had looked up the artist. And
Oh,
stuff.
yeah?
Yeah.
Where are they from? You know?
I got
Somewhere in South
yeah, I don't know. I remember I liked it and I recommended him, and like it turns out like he got to keep going on the book Rumble. So which you guys should check out, is an Image comic book, really cool.
Rumble.
Dumb
Yeah.
fun with monsters. Invite
Fun
me.
with
And
monsters.
awesome art.
Awesome. I'm posting a link to this in Amazon right now. There
Yes.
you go. You can buy this
Right.
right now.
Very
I'm
cool.
gonna buy it because I need to fill these fucking shelves. I'm just gonna keep you on full screen to make you feel weird.
But then don't forget to get through the woods as well.
Here's
You
the
can
image
go through the
I was
panel.
looking for earlier, but I couldn't find it.
Oh yeah. Ooh, cool. Nice.
That's cool.
And then because Vinny's here, I thought I would share some of my pirate stuff.
Oh, that's kind of cute.
Oh, nice, man.
That's great.
Yay.
By the way,
I like-
dude, they did translate Long John Silver into English.
Awesome. I have to look for that then too.
Yeah, man.
Oh,
yeah, that was good.
I
Look at
like
that line weight.
I like that gal's face.
Thank you. Which one? This one?
Yeah.
Yeah, so we were talking about line weight. Like you see how the clouds are really thin behind a character,
And look at the
even
thickness of the boots.
even the detail on the character that's thinner. Yeah, and the boobs, which is the emphasis of the drawing. Of course, the lines around it are darker. So that's what we mean when we say line weight.
Yeah,
Yeah.
They tend to
I'm gonna find this little
jump
character
out
that's
at
That's
you.
excellent.
Yes.
Maybe a side character for Goblin Girl for later.
Ooh,
Oh yeah, that could
Right.
work.
I like
Yeah.
this one.
The cartoony one. It's got two
Yeah.
pirate guys behind her that are like dwarfs, but
Oh, I see it. It's in pencil.
see them as they're just
Cool.
pencil.
LSVRB
Nice.
is like what
Cool, man.
clouds?
That's great.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I was imagining.
What
them.
clouds?
Yeah.
There's some more of your line weight stuff you're talking about with the flag with the skull on it.
Yes, please sign up for
Nice.
Boob Dance Goblin Girl. Let me get that link.
Do it.
You
Do
do
it.
it. Do it.
Do it.
Do
We'll be
it.
very
Yeah.
happy.
Do it.
We're,
Yes.
we're rounding out the pages as we speak. The book will be done most likely before the launch.
Awesome.
Oh, excellent.
So, yeah, I'm just trying to get everything pushed out the door.
All right. The sign up is in the links. If you would like more of this boob art, the sign up link is in the chat right now.
More of
And,
this stuff.
For Boob Dance, Dan Plagels, Goblin Girl coming out soon.
Can
Chimera says he already linked it. Well, I'm linking it again, all right? But thank you. Yes, he did link it.
trying to see if I
You're
have
a
any
wonderful mod.
unshared Goblin Girl fun here,
Share more.
so I can do more.
Share more.
Whip it out.
I'll be right back.
Blango got Beowulf. Hell yeah.
A lot of the new stuff I have is just
Yes!
pencil because I haven't inked it.
Apparently, I need to draw bigger boobs. Well, I did for if you get Fiendish. The
Yours
extra
are great.
4
What are you talking
pages.
about?
What?
Yours are great. What are you talking about?
I mean, but they're. Ragna is like my Boodalicious character, and she's not really in chapter 1, but she is in the extra 4 pages at the end, which is what I was gonna mention.
I think I have the right idea for what I want to do the crossover pinup thing I wanted to do.
Ooh.
But because I have a cool idea for like a sort of like a fight sequence layout sort of thing.
Mhm.
But would you rather your character be on top of a pillar casting, or would you rather her be at the bottom and Goblin Girl on top of the pillar?
I don't super mind, but she's not very athletic, so I don't know how she'd get on top of the pillar.
Will be like a stairwell going up around like a pillar.
Oh, okay.
So
Honestly,
she-
it's whatever you think is better for composition. She's
Okay.
pretty tall, if that helps. It might, yeah.
So maybe I'll put her down below then maybe. I was just thinking
Yeah,
Goblin Girl
that's
would
fine.
be more in the pit and she would be maybe a little bit back away from it.
Oh, it's in, yeah. Ragna's not a combat fighter.
Okay, so
So,
I'll
I
put
didn't
her
know this
up
scenario.
above like doing stuff and have Goblin Girl down the bottom like Wolverine style, like just killing stuff.
Awesome.
That
Hell
sounds cool.
yeah. Oh my god, I can't wait. We're doing a crossover, guys.
It'll look cool.
So so excited.
Because I was
had
like
to
thinking
draw
about it the other day. I was thinking compositions in my head, and came up with one I thought was cool. And I was like, is she gonna care though? Is she gonna be like weird? Like, why is your character above my character? It should be one of those things. And I'm like, I really don't care where mine goes.
Yeah, I don't care either. It's just whatever makes more sense, you know. So
Yeah.
I gotta think of something to draw as well.
It'll be awesome.
Oh, Reed, by the way, Andres said he's gotta get going.
Oh, you gotta get going. Yeah, we've been okay.
Sorry, guys. It's been great. Thank you so much for having me here.
Yeah, we need to start wrapping up. But why don't you shout out where people can find you?
Sure. You can find me on Instagram. It's the most updated gallery I have. So as Cruzart, you already placed the link there on the video, I guess.
Okay.
So,
yeah, I have links to your work in the description.
There you go.
Yeah, that's it.
And Chimera's has your Twitter link, and also I just posted the link to Andres' comic. It's in Spanish, but you can buy the comic here.
The last link I sent you is it's the first issue in Spanish. It's the whole first issue.
Okay, cool.
The
That is in
there.
the chat right now.
Okay.
Cool.
And the Instagram is maybe if you don't have it here.
I have the Condenarum Instagram. Yeah, let me post it.
The personal one from Cruzart. That's the most updated. The DeviantArt you were showing was like very old.
I don't update my DeviantArt either.
Yeah, it was like very nostalgic to see it.
Oh, that's so funny. Well, it was the first thing that showed up when I googled Condenarum. That's why.
Cool. Yeah, that's great.
Yeah.
I have to post most stuff there.
Yeah, I should post more. I know we're all like, oh, DeviantArt, but you know,
It's
sometimes
weird. Every
it's
once
cool.
in a while, I get somebody following me over there, and I'm like,
Yeah.
should I go back over there and post some new stuff?
Yeah,
I did
once a year.
I did it like
You shouldn't inherit.
last week.
Just get something out there. You know?
Jeez.
Yeah.
I did it last week. I had like over 2,000 messages. I didn't see.
No.
I'm like, okay, well,
I don't
I'll
don't
drop
want
a new
to see
piece
it.
and walk out again.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I met a lot of good people there, and it was fun times. But no, nowadays it is like very difficult to keep up with all those galleries and all that.
Yeah.
That stuff.
Right. Yeah.
It changes
Right.
the whole way that it looks and everything. It's
Yeah, it's weird. I like the old school look. Old
Yeah.
school.
Yeah.
Just so we
Yeah.
don't shut you down.
Yeah, but you have to go. So
Yeah. So
Thank you.
so much.
Thanks for joining us, dude.
and,
nice meeting you, man.
hope you
It was-
guys come to Colombia very soon.
I would love to
You're very
go.
welcome
Ooh, I wanna
here.
go there.
Please, our overlords, tell me
cool.
when I am free again.
Yeah,
Someday.
it would be very cheap for you to get drunk here. So
Oh, good. Technically, you can go now. You just have to I think you have to quarantine or something.
Yeah.
I don't
Yeah.
know. The rules keep on changing.
Oh.
But anyways,
Yeah.
I will go someday and we'll all get drunk together. It'll be
I
fun.
was gonna say
Thanks
I'm
for-
vaccinated. Let's just go and get a block of tables.
yeah,
Oh, yeah. Oh, damn
here is
it.
like
Okay, let's go.
I think in all the world is like nothing is happening. So
Um,
yeah. Well, see
Yeah.
you next time, guys. Have
Yeah,
a good one.
you're welcome to come on again as well. And take care.
Awesome.
Have a
Bye.
good
Great.
one, man.
Bye.
See you.
All
dude.
right. I gotta. Well, we're going on over 2 hours. I'm trying to keep the show under 3 hours. So why don't let's start showing off everyone's comics here. And as let's see, let me pull up. As everyone is familiar with, why don't let's start with Vinnie's work, Shadow of the Kraken. Let's go. Where is my screen?
I don't know.
Oh my gosh. Yeah. I'm trying to not go like 4 hours because every time it just happens and it's terrible.
Yeah.
It's terrible.
so terrible.
I mean it's I'd like to try to get work done and stuff.
I gotta admit, I've been having the same problem. I probably will just disappear for a while because I really need to just focus on work.
What did you do now?
No, I don't know. What? How do I right, there you go. Oh, cool.
Yeah.
Yay!
Yeah, I was painting some panels today. This is a pretty cool looking one.
Sweet.
I'm jumping around.
Oh,
Still
look at
working
that.
on it, obviously, but yeah, having some fun with this. As we were on stream here, I'm like, yeah, let me get some more work done. So you
Look at
kept
those
seeing half my
clouds.
face.
Yeah,
Yeah,
nice.
yeah. No, that's really nice. I love
That's
the
pretty cool.
work on the clouds.
Oh,
You got your
thanks.
wenches there?
Yeah, because I was jumping around with some of the pages I was doing because I wanted to make sure I had certain pages done, and I'm like, okay, let me go back and do like some of the more calm scenes, I guess. So yeah, so that's what I was working on, but still working on it.
Yeah, it's always such a balance of, I don't know, I try to balance the action scenes with the calm scenes or talking head scenes, because like I'll try to work on both, like jump between two at a time. Otherwise I'll suffer if it's just like talking heads, or if it's action scenes, I'll get all those done. I won't want to finish the rest of the freaking comic.
Oh yeah.
So it's a constant problem.
Yeah, I've done the same too. It depends kind
Yeah.
of. I try to go in order, but sometimes if there's something that's in my head, I need to get it out. So that's what I've been doing. But yeah, guys, there's it's the Shadow of the Kraken. So if you guys are into pirates, yes, there's more of a historical vibe to this, but there are going to be supernatural elements. We're going to be following our main character, how he goes. He's part of the Royal Navy, and he turns to piracy. You'll find out why. Lots of violence in here as well. That's a very violent scene. When he switches. But the character, he's also kind of living by his own code now, and he starts to break that code. So I'm going to play with some of that psychological stuff with the characters. There's a much bigger story in play as well. There's also a treasure map that he finds that's this skull that it's various different maps to different locations. It's coded, so there's plenty of different layers and background stuff that's going to be happening. He's being pursued by the main villain of the book as well, who also has his own plans and his own backstory. There's going to be historical people that are going to be in here as well. So some names you'll definitely be aware of, or you could actually end up looking up to find out more information about them. But that'll be kind of playing out throughout the series. But yeah, there's a lot happening with this book. It's going to be 50 pages, maybe a little bit more. But yeah, I'm having fun with it, and I'm going to give you just the best quality imaginable with this thing. Story, artwork, I'm doing it all, even the lettering, just like City of Venus. And yes, before anyone asks, City of Venus 2 is coming right after this is completed and fulfilled. I will be working on that book again. I already have story elements, and I know how I want to start that next one. And it's going to be just a whole lot of fun and very over-the-top stuff. So yeah, it's getting there. It's very happy what I'm doing. And I am a trusted creator. 5 campaigns already fulfilled, one of which is a hardcover book that you guys see every week now.
Yes, but it is a beautiful hardcover book.
Oh, it's gorgeous.
I would want to see every week.
100 pages, ghost stories. If you guys are into that, check it out as well. Also available. Everything is like at the bottom of this campaign. I have links for my other active ones, which again, all these books, they ship right away, except for Shadow of the Kraken, since I'm still working on it, obviously.
But almost done.
Yeah.
About how far are you with Shadow of the Kraken?
I'm 75% done.
Nice.
Yeah,
awesome.
I'm aiming towards the end of the year. I might bleed into the beginning of next year, but that's kind of where I'm at right now. If I bleed over, it's because I am doing extra pages anyway. I'm almost ignoring stretch goals. I'm just doing what I want at the moment.
Yeah, I almost feel like that's smarter. Oh my god.
Yeah, because I've done that with my other campaigns too. I've added extra things that people had no idea until they actually got it, and they were like, "Oh my god, I wasn't expecting that," you know. So
here are the other books at the bottom of Shadow of the Kraken. Yeah.
Yep, and those links. Yeah. So if you click those links, all those books ship immediately. So if you put an order in, that's how I roll.
Fantastic. We have very important questions in the chat. Is Shadow of the Kraken going to be in Italian?
Maybe at some point.
People want your book in more languages.
Ciao. Yeah, maybe at some point that'd be cool. Ciao.
Ciao, Bella.
Bellissimo.
Pasta noodle.
Do you speak any Italian?
I do.
Oh, okay. I wasn't sure. I would never. I don't want to assume.
No, it's all right. Well, I don't want to assume.
Well, because that happens with a lot of like Asian Americans. They like have them who speak Chinese, or they're like, "Why would you think I speak Chinese just because I'm Asian?"
I mean,
it's like, well, I do, but
for me, it's just been disappointing because I remember when I was living in the U.S. and I was desperate to find someone that actually spoke my language. Every time I met someone with a Latin American accent, I would just rush over and start talking to them. It's like, oh no, sorry, second generation. I just have the accent. Don't speak any Spanish.
yeah,
get out of my face. I don't want to see you.
It was Chinese Americans. It would trip me out so much. I was like, you grew up with your parents speaking Chinese. How do you not speak Chinese? I don't understand.
Happens sometimes.
Actually, I have dual citizenship.
Nice.
How Italian are you? How much Italian do you have? Are you full Italian?
Yeah, I'm full Italian.
Oh my gosh, I'm a quarter Italian. I know nothing about it. My mom can speak a little bit of Italian though.
Oh, I didn't know that. Yeah. You need to learn Italian now.
Nice.
Oh my God, no! I barely know any Spanish.
She can speak with her hands.
You could, you know what? That would be useful because then you could actually whip it out whenever we actually go to a French, for an Italian restaurant.
I'll just do this and they'll know what I mean. Like the pasta.
Oh, that means she wants noodles and wine. Now.
This means everything. Everything is just you telepathically communicate with his hand gesture.
Ah, señorita Arielle. Of course.
Oh my God!
Perfect.
All right, but beyond bad Italian impressions, Alex Jeremy says, "If you're like pirates or crack, Shadow of the Kraken is for you." You have a new tagline, Vinny. Shadow of the Kraken is for you. Pirates and
your
crack.
tagline's the best one. So.
Oh yes, it's hunks, whores, and hordes, or it should be hunks, hordes, and whores. I like to put whores last. I don't know. There you go. Thank you. I'm glad you like that tagline.
But it's all good. Yeah, that one's great. But it is from the depths we rise. But those are two good ones as well.
The official one is from the depths we rise.
That's the official one. It's all right. Nice. But yeah, dude, I can't wait for people to see this and what I'm cooking up because there's a ton of pages I want to show that I can't. Because I don't want to put spoilers, and there is a huge kind of twist that happens in the story as well. I'm trying to avoid showing or talking about. So that's I never even wanted to say supernatural twist, but a lot of people were asking. So yes, I can confirm there are some things happening in this.
I don't think I've seen the twist, but I've seen some pages that you aren't showing, and you guys, it looks great. It looks really good.
Because I have the bookends of the holy shit moments. So right in the beginning and then right in the end, it's gonna be
right in the beginning. It's like you open the book and it's gonna be shit your pants time. It's a very good opening. So yeah, buy this book, guys. Back it now.
I almost showed an accident on a stream. I was going through.
Oh no!
Oh, shit.
Yeah, we've all done that. That.
It happens, but yeah. I'm very, very proud of this, and like I said, some of the best work I'm doing to date.
Sweet. All right, get Shadow of the Kraken and all of Vinny's other Vinnyverse books.
Yes, please do. Yeah. Well, what did they say? The Bootyverse. The
Bootyverse. Yes, the Vinnyverse, the Bootyverse.
Yeah. Well, a lot of my stuff is going to be connecting. Like I said, there might be Easter eggs, but other kind of direct connections as well to characters or items. So.
Niggas amused.
What's some funny Easter eggs?
We started when Vinny was saying, like, yeah, the Vinnyverse, the Bootyverse. I'm planning on making it all connected.
It's just a connected line of booties. It's just booties lined up against each other. So if you like that imagery, you should back his books. There you go. Yeah. Booties everywhere.
You can enjoy it.
Booty. All right. Check it out. And Goblin Friends.
Yep. This will be, I think we're looking at possibly September because I have another book in October that I did artwork for that's launching, and I didn't want to be that first month running over top of each other. So yeah, that's what I'm looking at right now, probably sometime in September. Okay. But yeah, if you sign up for the mailing list now, there's going to be some freebie stuff, possibly some discounted tiers that are going to be there for people on the mailing list. So sign up for that. It should be a good time. I've got most of the book is drawn. I'm waiting right now for my colorist to finish coloring this cover right here.
Ooh,
So
hold
as
on,
soon
let me
as
full screen
this
that.
cover,
Oh,
yeah.
oh,
Sure,
let
sure.
me-
Do it again, Dan.
Yeah.
Let me
Yeah.
switch cameras, guys. I'll give you the better camera.
God damn it,
Show me
Dan.
now! Hurry!
So this is the cover.
Yeah, that's awesome.
Nice.
So I've got my buddy Matt Miyake is going to be coloring this cover for me,
Hell yeah.
and it should look pretty sweet. So, and I'm going to be, as I learned from watching my friend Renee, I'm gonna Rini. I'm gonna have a color as well as a black and white edition of the book, and most likely there will also be this artifact edition on the campaign that's going to be the book before it was the book.
Cool. Yeah,
Dude, that's
really
great.
awesome.
Yeah, because this
people love
one
that
is
stuff.
different art, and the story's a little bit different.
Mhm.
But I pretty much redrew this whole thing, so that will be on there.
Cool.
But yeah, so it should be pretty cool. I think everybody's going to be very happy with what they get. And then in October, if you like naughty, sexy books with the emphasis on the XXX with Vikings, this will be the book for you. But you'll have to go over to the Kickstarter for that, because I have no control over that because I'm not running that campaign. I just did the art for the book. So yeah, so two for one this fall.
It's gonna be
Awesome.
Excellent, man.
Possibly more than 2 for 1 because I've got many other things that I've been finding that are completely done. That I'm
Dan,
like-
you're a madman.
They always come in pairs, right?
Yes.
Yes.
Buy my boobs, friends. If you don't like my politics, buy my boobs, friend.
Oh, if
Enough
only
said.
I was as good at marketing as Dan.
And if you do like my boobs and my politics, buy my boobs, friend.
By his boobs. You heard
Yes.
it here. By his boobs. You will not be
Don't let
disappointed
anything
with his
stop you
boobs.
from buying my boobs.
Those are very glossy boobs. I don't think I've
They
seen
are.
people like do. No,
They're shine. What about those abs?
That's really
Those
nice
Abs
shine.
and thighs.
I'm much more impressed with the boob shine, but those ab shine is
Sexies.
nice too. Yeah.
Sweaty boobs.
Al M asked, "Can we get an ass titty verse?" I mean, I think we're well on our way to that.
Yeah, well, there.
Yeah.
Like
What do
marching
you-
up the hill.
Yeah. What do you use to shade?
Bouncing
Dan?
up the hill.
To shade,
Boing.
I use Copic markers.
Okay.
I will do a little bit of I use a little bit of this like gel pen uniball on there to like pop some lines out occasionally. But that's about it really.
Sweet.
I can't
was
think of
wondering.
anything. Oh, wait a minute. Oh, I just realized epic boob shine. I got one panel of that. There
More
you go.
boob shine. Oh yeah.
There you go.
Yeah, that's good boob shine.
Yeah,
I
that's
can't help
nice.
but just keep thinking about the guy that drew Ghost in the Shell with Dan Zykes. Really shiny boobs.
Yeah, well that's one of the people I learned it from.
Right, yeah, because he actually slathered his girls in oil all the time.
Yeah.
Yeah,
that
that's
guy
basically what it is.
Sounds like
and
a
this
Friday.
artist. That's where I learned it from.
What is the
Very
title of
nice.
this comic?
I mean, I don't care about the title, but do you, Dan? Do you know the name of the artist?
Yeah, his name is Kotoyoshi Yumiske. He did a lot of
Okay.
before he started doing these books, the full size books. He was mainly doing the Doja like fan art books, and they were all of like Street Fighter characters and stuff. And that's where I found his stuff originally. Were these little
Oh, okay.
Doja books, and then he started doing these. He did do some that got translated here in the U.S. Let me see. I got them here on my shelf. He is famous for this Tokyo Pop series called Saber Marionette.
Oh, he did Saber Marionette?
Yeah, he's the artist of this. The
Dude,
style's a little different because it's older, but
I
The
cannot
an-
share my screen. This
The
is-
anime
oh, boy.
for Saber Marionettes is actually really big in Latin America.
yeah, I love. That's how I found him originally. Was that, and then I was like, did he do any comics? And then I found he did these, and then
All right, I'm gonna post the name in the chat. And
I feel like for what a lot of North Americans actually saw Tenchi Muyo. That this is for
Yes.
a lot of us. This was our first harem anime for.
I was totally into Tenchi Mayu. Like that was my jam.
I think this
love
is
that
the
book.
same artist. But there you go. The name is in the chat. I can't screen share or post links because oh boy. But
yeah, some of his stuff is pretty crazy. Most of it now, I would say, but this old stuff is all pretty PG-13.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
It's not too crazy.
I'm
trying to find a good shot in here, but they're all.
Yeah, no, I don't mean I can't figure out how to share my screen. I mean there's just it's lewd. It's like rated R stuff, and I.
There you found images that are lewd.
Oh yeah, like the fourth.
Yeah, like his. Just,
right away.
You just look up his name, and it's all lewd for a.
Really?
A while. So
I went and looked his name up. I went and looked his name up recently. I couldn't find anything on him. I don't know if it's my Google thing or what.
I think so. Nick. It's a lot.
I can never confirm nor deny. Yeah, I don't know if this is the same artist.
Yeah.
This kind of it sounds a little weird, but you know.
Yeah, I really like his art. Really good.
Yeah. So if you want to know where some of my
a lot, but yeah,
this is where my sensibilities come from. Like stuff like that. I love that top panel.
I've been really liking this this one hentai artist, but I don't know their actual name, but I know that they go by the Gooch.
The Gooch.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
Let me see.
Come on, Chimera.
The Gooch.
Don't act. This doesn't offend you.
It's a really good artist, but I'm
the
trying
Gooch is that spot between the B hole and the P hole.
You got it.
I mean, LM technically that's still PG-13.
Oh,
the ratings make no sense.
I forgot. There's one other artist I learned to do shine stuff from.
Who doesn't like? There are a lot of really good hentai artists.
And it's this artist. I don't know what this guy's name is, but he did a series. He did a animated movie called Plastic Little.
Ooh, that is.
I remember
he does crazy, like awesome. I gotta be careful what I show in here because this is like a lot of nudity.
This is where we all get to be ourselves. You can be yourself here.
I know.
Don't deny it.
Oh, sorry, I had it wrong. It's not. It's
I
not
see a lot of this stuff. He's known for like extra shiny stuff. But he does lots of nipple stuff like I do now.
Wasn't this also adapted into an old anime?
That art.
This might have been the Legend on Nair.
Yeah. I've seen a review of this.
I have Plastic Little too somewhere, and then I have.
Oh, Chimera, hush.
There's another one.
What does he say?
He called you a degenerate.
Oh, jeez.
Him.
Oh, dear Lord.
You're one to speak.
There's this one, the Chair Reality.
We know what you need. We know what
I did meet the artist one time though, and I got him to sign my book.
Oh, that's awesome! I love the kind of '90s style art.
Yeah, but
this is a good stream. I feel like drawing for like 80 hours straight now.
Like I want to draw lots of faces like that.
Yes.
Like good what face. Exactly? That doesn't look anything like the faces you draw.
Can't show that. I can show this.
When do I get struck down?
And we can show that.
Okay, all right. How many risks do we feel like taking?
How many risks?
How risque are we planning to be? That is really nice, though.
Yeah.
Oh man.
Like here we go. This doesn't have any nudity yet, but it's cool stuff.
You just broke your book.
Did you just snap it?
I did. I just broke the spine.
God. Oh, no.
It's all right. It's actually not broken. It's still attached.
Okay.
But it's the glue like cracked. It's super old book though, so it is what it is.
Nice. So pretty.
But yeah, this guy's stuff is awesome.
Yeah, it is.
Oh, here we go. Here we go.
Yeah.
Look at that face.
It was very cute.
Yeah.
Super
Sorry.
cool.
I was more into that hair of the previous artist.
The hair?
Some good hair.
What about his city
I
work?
like his hair.
That's very Akira.
Yeah. See, but I like these faces down here at the bottom.
I actually like the guy faces.
Yeah, the guy faces are great.
The girl faces look pretty standard, but not the guy faces.
Dan, have you checked out the comic Bastard with 3 exclamation marks?
Oh my
no.
god!
I have some. I have some. I'm bringing it.
I don't know if I've seen that or not.
I can't decide, John. You're right. I mean, this is good content. Wouldn't you agree?
Is it good content?
No. He said I can't decide whether to end the stream or if I'm gonna let you two do it for me.
They made it. They made an anime of it, and it only lasted like I think like how many episodes did it last? It wasn't very many. It was like 6 or 9 or something like that. Funny as hell. Oh my gosh! And we got some manga of it.
Yeah. Oh, and then of course one other thing.
Oh, there's more.
There's more. I'll just drag it on forever. If you let me
Oh
know.
no! I want to see all of it.
Alex agrees. Bastard is great.
Do we have any Kenshi Sonoda fans in there? Gunsmith Cats.
I feel like...
Cannon God's pretty awesome.
Yes.
Oh yeah.
Oh my gosh! I love Gunsmith Cats.
What?
Yeah.
Oh, but I didn't read this
Oh
one.
my god.
No,
You haven't seen this one?
No, I haven't. But I love Gunsmith. I didn't see the anime.
It's rad.
But I read the manga. Of Gunsmith
It's like
Cats.
the premise is the bunch of aliens have showed up on Earth, and then they've kind of subjugated everybody where they're like kind of like the power structure, and everybody else is just kind of like worker drones underneath them. And there's like a mad scientist dude who makes like a super weapon, like a kaiju type size like robot thing to fight back and try and take the Earth back. But it's like a harem of like females that turn into weaponry.
Not shocked at all.
Yeah.
Oh, Padrino, good night. Thanks for joining us.
And one of them is this big
Yes.
giant like cannon robot that's got a big gun in its chest. And
Interesting.
yeah, it's pretty great.
I like how the robot looked from the front, but from the side, I'm like, that looks too...
Side boob, see? She turns into the robot.
Wow! Oh,
Do you like the
That's
video?
imagination.
Oh my god, her butt though. Her butt. Oh my god, like how can you the best thing is the face that she makes right before transforming,
She puts
just
her arms
so
together.
solemn and ready for
She puts
this,
her arms together and thrusts, and then like the thruster comes out, and then she's like, "Hop on, guy!
yeah.
I'm a super rocket now." And he's like, "What? Hop on and save the universe? Hell yeah!" Hops on,
this is why they're outselling us.
boom, and then there's some badass like him being chased by UFOs and like shooting UFOs.
Very seriously. She's got junk in the trunk, literally.
There's
Go
another one.
get your left hit.
We are doing it all wrong here.
We are.
Yeah, we are.
I'm trying to keep everything PG-13 and shit. Fuck that.
It's cool. It's very simple style. Yeah. See,
That's it. I'm gonna do
Pervy
some
doctor.
rewrites. I'm gonna have
with his robots.
I'm gonna have the 3 females turn into ships. That's what
There you
Yeah,
go.
I'm
There's the frontal one.
The demons in my story are now aliens, and all my girls will transform into tanks.
Yeah.
And I'm gonna outsell Demon Slayer now. Okay, cool.
There you go.
Glad that's the formula.
I'll draw some fan art. It'll be wicked awesome.
Aw, yeah.
Ooh.
It'll be great.
Oh, very
I love that. Thank you, Dan.
Oh wait. Before we go, here's the cover to issue the 2nd volume.
How have I never heard of this?
Let's go! Yeah.
Oh gosh, is the little girl grabbing onto him the love interest, or is that like?
I
sister or
think she's
something?
the only human of the girls, and I think she's like the hopeful love interest. That's like I think she's like all into him, but he's obsessed with like beating back the aliens, so he barely notices her.
There you
But he
go.
ends up having to like save her because at some point she gets into one of the ships and then she becomes connected to the cannon robot somehow. They plugged her into it.
You know what? Having brought this up makes me wish I had that really weird manga that came out before the Transformer movies here in the US, where they tried to revive the Transformers by making them have the power of transforming through kissing little moe girls.
Oh my god.
Oh no!
So what you're saying? It's weirder than this?
Yeah, it's really weird. I was
definitely
watching that in a
something
video.
weird
It's such a weird book.
Is this just a case of I like cars, I like girls, smash them together? That's the explanation I've gotten for why there are so many like transforming girl robot anime manga things.
It's a lot like that show they used to have. Like, they used to have this show when I was a kid, and it was about a guy who he had some brand new like hot rod car at the time. I think it was like a Camaro or something. And then the scientist like had this experimental like serum, and he got the serum dropped on him when he's next to his car. So then him and his car bonded. And I can't remember what the show was called, but like when he would get like it was kind of like Knight Rider, but the problem is when he get heated up, he would turn into his car. Like his face would like stretch out, like his teeth and stuff, and it would turn into the grill of the car, and he would turn into like a Camaro.
But like you mean like if this day was really hot?
I think if he got really hot, like if he like just got warm somehow.
Yeah, wasn't like the opening, like he was in the shower or something, and
yes,
like
and if he cools off, hot water would change him, and then if to cool him off, they would be constantly throwing like ice water or something on him to like turn him back to normal.
Oh, okay.
So it's Car Waifus meets Ranma.
No, yeah, it's a spin-off. Is the spin-off manga of Ranma where he actually fell into the car hot spring.
Check out this outfit that this lady's wearing in this board meeting.
Well,
I mean, that's nothing special.
That's called a visual aid, Dan.
I guess it's pretty ridiculous and barely
you
fits.
learn about how to have more.
But I love this mad scientist. I've used this Dr. Wiley like mad scientist look for like my scientists more often than I care to admit.
I like that.
I think everybody that grew up with Mega Man has.
But I think this is going to be the look for my elf chicks for my Goblin Girl book. So be prepared.
Yeah, that's a good look. Curse Spring of Drown tomorrow.
Yeah.
Japan.
Sorry, I derailed everything. Bad Goblin Girl. There's no.
Bad Goblin Girl. Yes.
There's no transforming tit bikes in that book.
Not yet.
Did Disney buy up the rights yet for Canyon Girl?
I don't know. They did.
Why? Stop touching things, Disney. You touch things and go away.
I kind of hope they do, and then they changed they swap the gender and the nationality and make it like an African American gentleman, so that like when he turns into the bike, it's just a giant rocket. And then like a really hot female pilot that's like rides on top of him.
You know, I wouldn't mind that at all.
Tickets sold, friend.
You know, if Disney would do that kind of adaptation instead, we'd be all very happy.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, they would probably just push it up into one of the other. They would just push it out into one of the other studios that doesn't actually have to have their name up front.
I feel really weird because I was just reading this thing the other day. There was people talking about like, I really hate these group streams where people talk about gross and skeevy shit for like an hour. Why aren't they just talking about interesting shit? And I'm like, yeah, I'm gonna start doing more of those. And then I come in here and I devolve a show that's exactly like what I wanted to be doing into talking about gross and skeevy shit. So I apologize to everyone.
No, it's fine. I mean, honestly, I want to have a whole show where we just show off your comic collections or stuff. I feel like there's people like seeing that, and I want to see more of that. So
here, I'll show this off.
Yeah. I'm just trying to not go 4 hours, Dan.
Okay, just real quick. I'll show one thing. Vinny will know this book.
Okay.
What's that? Oh yeah,
Ooh.
dude.
Okay.
Dude, is that
there
the original printing?
Yes, it is.
Nice, brother. Holy hell.
Yeah. I got 3 of the number ones.
Oh wow.
Yeah.
Dude. That is fantastic.
And then
those are worth a pretty penny.
For the real comic fans out there.
Excellent, man. Yeah.
So there it is.
My cousin had like so many amazing books. He had that one. And when he moved, the movers stole all of them.
Oh Jesus.
Yeah. Oh my God.
That's terrible. His collection was sick. He ended up getting a lot of them. he ended up buying a lot of them from different places, but he was never able to replace all the ones.
That's some scarring shit, man. Like when that type of thing happens, you're freaking wrecked for life.
Oh my god!
Did he file criminal charges?
He was a kid when they originally moved, but when he got older, he did the best to get what he could. But because he went from the States to overseas, and they don't give a shit.
When one time we moved, I had a similar thing happen. I used to have like a bunch of like series 1 through like 4 of complete sets of Garbage Pail Kid cards.
Yeah.
And they did not make the move.
Shit. That's a monster collection.
Fucked up.
Yep.
Damn.
Oh, by the way, Eddie, before we go on to
Detonator.
Before we go on to that, we gotta make sure that we sell Boob Dan and the rest of you on Bastard. So you gotta take a look.
Okay. You know what? I have seen this book. This book is awesome.
Yes.
Yes. I didn't remember that it had exclamation points. I just remember the sword in the middle.
Yep.
Look at that.
You know what's crazy? I thought
I like this.
Back in the
need
day,
this right now. Okay,
It's
all right,
like-
I'm sold already.
Oh
All right.
yeah, right there. Look at that shit.
Or it's completely indulgent.
Let me show this.
Give me now.
Look at those.
I
Wow.
want.
Yes, this
Those
stuff
are
is
killer
awesome.
pages. Holy shit!
Yeah, if you've never
How
seen
many
that shit, go
volumes
find
so
that.
far?
Okay.
The anime is like
Yeah.
6 or so episodes. It's really funny.
Yeah, and it's
How-
off. It's not nearly as good as the books.
Oh,
You know
yeah,
what's
yeah.
funny?
Yeah,
I thought-
it really pulled away.
I thought Berserker and Bastard were the same thing for years, and I was like,
you mean Berserk?
Berserk, yes.
Okay.
It does look pretty similar when the panels that Nick just showed, but it's slightly different. Honestly, the style is.
The style's
Oh, yeah.
different.
No, so like Bastard has a lot more just comedic bits.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay.
It's way more cartoony looking too.
Yeah, interesting. I wonder
I love
why
it,
it's
though.
not as well known as Berserk.
It's kind of raunchy and doesn't take itself as seriously most of the time. So
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
All right. Well, but yeah, it does look good. I definitely will check it out. So many good recommendations today. Oh my god, there goes all my money. There goes all my money. Okay. All right. Let's move on to something by people on this panel. Detonate.
Yes, friends.
Tell everybody about this.
yeah. This is the campaign of the book that I've been working with James. James Parrish is the writer for it, and the campaign is to get the Nix printing for the book. We already have the 3 issues finished, and it's hopefully to help us fund or get ready for the next batch of the series. It's going to be 7 issues long. It's about a superhero that is just down in the dumps, has what do you call that? Like hung up his cape, and his friend in the middle of a crisis for their town kind of decides to take on the role of a supervillain to try and force him out of the house. A toxic way of trying to break through his depression, but he feels like it's kind of needed for it. I colored and inked the whole first issue, and our friend, another Colombian creator, Douglas de la Hoz, we got him to work on the rest of the coloring for the books. Down below we have the covers for those. Keep bugging James about me wanting to change a few of the details for issue 1, so here I'll keep crossing my fingers on that. But I think those all came out pretty cool. These are some of the alternate ones. James got a bunch of artists to do some alternate covers for that. This one is made by Douglas. Good. That's our colors for issue 2 onwards.
I want to pull up his webcomic again. Do you remember if it's in English or not?
No, I always forget.
I like this one. That's a nice cover. Very nice. Booty.
I'm going to send you, by the way, because Douglas is not just a very talented colorist.
Oh, yeah, he has his own webcomic and stuff.
Yeah, he has his own webcomic. He's a great illustrator, all around, and gosh, really creative guy. I love him. He also is like fluent in English, so like I don't remember if his comic is in English, but he has a web comic, and I posted it in the private chat, Irene.
Okay, I will post it.
And yeah, it's on the book is on Kickstarter right here. And aside from the rewards that we have here, I think some of the ones is like some alternate covers, the full collections, and like commission tiers, and we have like some. I think we still have some slots for like having you being like the comic for some of the pages.
200.
But we've also been in the talks with him on making some enamel pins, because we quite like the detonator's face, that the bomb with the smiley face. So hopefully we can get some up on some of the reward tiers as well.
Thank you, Frankie. There's the link in the chat if you would like to back this book. And here is Douglas's comic on Webtoons. Sweet.
Yeah, it looks really good. That's why I was happy to have you guys on again on Sunday too. And yeah. This book should get more eyes on it for sure. I think you guys are just crushing it.
Yeah.
Thanks, dude.
I would agree. I might be a little bit of a biased party, but I think that you guys are doing an awesome job on it as well.
I concur. I concur. Yeah, you guys should be having a lot more backers than this. But all the work is done. You're just funding. All the work
for issue 1, 2, and 3.
For issue 4. Yeah, so you're just
but this is for section 1, 2, and 3.
Okay.
We're working on 4, which is the beginning of what's going to be like the next campaign.
Right.
So this is the perfect time to catch up, friends. So back it now.
So this is like a catch-up campaign, basically.
Pretty much.
All right. Cool. Fantastic. And I saw some tiers for like variant covers as well. So
it's all those covers. Thanks.
I'll be backing on Friday, friends.
That's what I would love to fix how the font affects the image, because it's inconsistent on issue 1.
It's fine.
No, it's not, because it's like some of the cables are in the foreground, some on the background doesn't make sense, and then the one that should be very important is in the foreground. The spark should be the O. It's got an O slapped on it, so you can't see the cable.
Well, be sure to fix it before I back on Friday, friend. I want the good version.
Well, I like how Irene's like, no, it's good, it's fine. The control freak herself.
It's because I love this cover. I really liked. I really like how it came out, and that's one of the things that I love the most about covers is when they get to actually manipulate the title. Because sometimes the stiffness of the logo blocks you so that you can only use 70% of the image, and everything has to leave that, unaltered. So letting things actually move them, interact them, switch out letters is always really cool. I love whenever a cover does that.
Yeah, it's a very, very nice cover.
You're always a very creative artist. You always tend to push the envelope a little bit with your creativity.
Thanks, Eddie.
That's such okay. Oh, how sweet.
He's blushing.
Renee's like,
those two, they're too sweet.
Oh.
Renee draws.
Uh-oh, he's gonna strike her again.
He didn't hit her.
You know what's weird? I do a search and it doesn't pop up right away in my search.
Huh.
For what?
For detonator.
Oh, it's not?
Then Blingo is touched.
Oh my god.
Frankie dropped the link in there.
Why doesn't it? Yeah, the link is in the chat.
Well, I'm just doing like a regular. I was doing a regular search because I was on my phone at the same time because I'm terrible like that.
Huh.
I mean, I know that there's a character from DC that is also called Detonator, but he just looks like a bugger. But I maybe it's just because I look it up very often. But
this is Indiegogo, right?
No, this is
no,
Kickstarter.
it's Kickstarter.
Oh, there's my reason.
Yeah.
Damn.
Okay, there you go.
It's not Kickstarter.
I just look up Detonator comic, and the first result is still our.
Yeah, on Kickstarter, but not on Indiegogo.
Yeah. No. I didn't put Kickstarter. It's just putting Detonator comic is the first result will still be Detonator.
Right.
No, he was on the wrong website.
The first issue is on Comixology, right?
Yeah.
Is it free?
No. It's not free, but it's on Comixology.
Yeah. Okay.
Cool.
So I'm not waiting then. I'm backing now.
Woo!
dude.
Because it'll take it out when it's done. So
Pretty much. Just about. We did talk. I think like last week with James, because I did the same thing last time when we actually had a reprint for a book when we brought the remains over to Dark Horse. That all the mistakes that I did not like and like little edits that I only noticed after the book came out to print, I really wanted to fix them when it came to the second printing. So there's a few mistakes that we had on the book, and I really want to fix them. So it'll be a improved version from the original release too.
How many pages are the issues?
Just tell them it's perfect.
It's like it varies. It's like from like 22 to like 26 sometimes. Depends.
Okay. Can I suggest something for next time around?
What's that?
Maybe charge a little more.
It's
because honestly, like
agree with
you
that.
should be making more, and the stuff is worth more than.
I completely agree with you. It's
I'm like $20
I think,
and I get all three. Thank you, but at the same time, like, damn it, I should be tipping. I feel guilty.
I gotcha. I think with James, we were kind of not sure of how successful it's going to be, especially because we had been promoting the book in the past when it was going to Comixology and stuff. So we were trying to be a bit reserved on our expectations, but seeing how like it got fully funded in like 3 hours, and also we've been able to jump here with Irene and Vinnie, be able to get a little bit more attention. We're a lot more optimistic and more confident going on for the second campaign.
Well, you definitely got my money for the physical editions.
Hell yeah, people are willing to pay more for crowdfunded books.
Yeah.
So it's fine.
Do you sign them on the covers or on the inside?
Books.
I don't know actually. I usually when people ask me to sign it, I sign on the inside because I know that on the front cover, even when you put it in plastic sleeves, it kind of scratches it sometimes.
Are you even gonna be able to sign it?
I don't know. I mean, with James, and especially with how we've kind of been seeing that some deliveries have been easier. Maybe we get some prints done here. I don't imagine that'd be too complicated. But
there's some original sketches left, guys. I shouldn't say this out loud.
Yeah.
Maybe I should.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
You can add them onto your order.
Yeah, because that's also what we're doing. James is kind of having nailed over stuff from here.
Nice.
So the sketches, how big are the sketches?
They're not particularly big because we're really afraid of how expensive things might be.
To fit them inside a comic bag size or something?
It's not even that. It's everything in Colombia is so expensive to send over.
That is true.
Because customs are really expensive. So
wait a minute, are you in Colombia?
Yes.
Yeah.
I didn't know this.
Oh, right. Because we're not through the most of it. But yeah, we were talking about like Latin American comics, and I'm Latin American.
I got that, but I didn't know you guys specifically were in Colombia.
Yeah.
So me and Rini, we're gonna put ourselves in packing crates and we're gonna mail ourselves over then.
Oh,
yes, come do it.
Well, there you go.
Happening.
Make sure to check your wallet so that your crushed corpses are actually worth something.
That's right. That's right.
I'll remember that.
There'll be all kinds of like other goods down in the cargo area. We'll like have little crowbars and we'll pop ourselves out, and then we'll have all the things in the cargo container area. There's frozen food.
Yeah, we'll be fine.
Yeah,
we don't need oxygen.
There'll be oxygen down there. It's oxygenated. They keep dogs and pets down there.
Actually,
just go down by the border. It's fine. Either way is easy. No one's gonna stop
down
you.
by the border.
We're thinking too much about this. We'll talk more off stream.
Oh gosh.
I really want to talk get drawn on that trip.
I want to talk about that episode of Black Lagoon after Vinny's comment.
Oh my gosh.
No, we should probably talk about that later, but yeah.
Oh my gosh. Yes, let's save anime. Let's save Black Lagoon talk for later. I need to go through these campaigns. Back Detonator now. Yes, get this comic. It's doing really, really well on Kickstarter, and it is the first issue is drawn and colored by Nick, and Nick has been doing the art for all of the issues. So Detonator issues 1, 2, and 3. Get it on Kickstarter right now, and the link is in the chat.
Back it now, friend. Boob Dan did.
Back it now, friends. Back it now, friends. Yeah.
We get Boob Dan's approval.
Boob Dan's approval. Yes.
Only one
And
missing. There you go.
I say
there. Last of all, Fiendish, my comic that you all have seen a million times.
Learn a new language.
Woo! Yeah. Woo! We're
Way
at,
to village.
let's see if we went up at all. We're really close to 28,000. Nope, it's the same. But that's cool. That's cool. It's a really nice number, 640. Yeah, we're getting really close to 28,000, which is fantastic. Thank you all so much for supporting this book. This is my fantasy, mystery, action comic. That's way too many genres, but hey, it is true. That's what it's all about.
Remember, friends,
yes,
we get this campaign to 100,000 and I drill my balls.
Yes, that's true. So, get this campaign to 100,000. 100,000.
Power drill, friend, to one of my balls.
Yes, that's true.
That's what I always wanted.
Let's do it. 100,000
for volunteering your balls for my campaign.
You know, I got plenty.
It's much appreciated. Oh, okay. All right, cool. As long as your cyber balls are interchangeable. This is getting weird. So yeah. Our next stretch goal is 30,000, and it's going to be the last stretch goal because I'm fulfilling soon. The Grayscale book is in production now. Bar more problems. It shouldn't be any more problems.
Really?
But I've been talking to the printer all day. That's why I was probably a little frazzled on stream today.
What's the hang up with the Grayscale version? I'm curious because I'm doing one, and what are you dealing with?
Oh, no, it's not the problem, the grayscale version. It's because I have Spot UV on the cover, and the way the printer wanted a Spot UV file format was very specific. It was like the specific, there's like, you need to save vectors as an SVG, and it has to be a spread, even though you uploaded like the back cover and the front cover and the spine separately. But when you want the Spot UV, you have to like spread, you have to do the entire, layout, the full spread together and save the vectors out separately instead of just, it's really weird. And
holy cow.
Because I've done Spot UV before, but they were fine with just like a black and white TIFF. I don't know why this printer is specific about they needed the vector files.
Eesh.
And so anyways, it's fine now. I gave them the files. It should be okay. So that's in production, and that should be delivered to me like mid-August. So still looking at August fulfillment, which I'm very excited about because I like to keep my promises. So Grayscale version is going to be fulfilled late August, and that's all in production. All the other stuff, trading cards, stickers are already here actually. That stuff is all ready to go. So
awesome.
Very excited. And the tagline I came up with monsters, mysteries, and murder hobos. I don't know if that's appropriate. Murder hobos. Yeah, there you go. Monsters, mysteries, and murder hobos. Yeah, this is the general premise of the story is my main character, Casimir, this guy here who's struggling a bit. Oh, thank you. Yeah, that does sound like the monster. The sounds that the monsters make. He was, as far as he knows, he was the sole survivor of a demon attack on his hometown. I love the background noise. And no one knows where
it's very rude to be eating while we're going on this.
It's also the sounds that Andrew Cuomo makes. As you can see.
I'm doing sound effects.
I appreciate the sound effects. I appreciate it.
The building's on fire.
Oh god. Okay, I can work with the sound effects. Okay, so as far as Casimir knows, he was a sole survivor of a demon attack on his hometown, but it's not like these demons are common occurrences in this world. Even though it's a fantasy world, no one has seen these creatures before, and the creatures are these horrific Cthulhu-looking guys. So he escapes far away from his hometown. He goes somewhere else, and years later, he grows up in another town. He tries to forget about his past, but years later, these creatures show up in the woods again. And he realizes that he can't run away from his past anymore. He has to go back to find out where these demons came from, who brought them about, and how to put an end to this demonic infestation. He realizes that he's uniquely suited to be able to do this. So it's about vengeance. It's about the search for truth and a lot of themes that I really attach onto. And if you further on in the story, like when the larger mystery reveals itself, it's a lot about like balance with nature, and vengeance is a central theme to the story. So if you like stuff like Vinland Saga, Berserk, and super detailed world building, which is, if you want to see more of that, you can go to the website fiendishcomic.com. you can, this is a comic for you because I did a lot of world building on it, as you've seen from the stream earlier. I went through my language, the constructed language that I built for this comic. So check this out. I'm very close to stopping taking any more stretch goals, and our last stretch goal will be 30,000, the 30,000 stretch goal. So yeah, Fiendish on Indiegogo. Check it out. Woo! Yay!
Back at today, friend.
That's the first time I had musical support. Sound effect and musical support for my pitch. Yeah. That's so exciting.
I'm gonna change it to be the new backing soundtrack to the intro. Now do it with a ukulele.
Yeah, I should. For the next one, it'll be ukulele. Yeah, and I'm working on chapter 2 right now, which I'm very excited about. I've won.
Foreshadowing
I'll
for the
show...
ukuleles in chapter 2.
What?
Foreshadowing for the ukuleles in chapter 2.
The ukulele, yeah, I'll have ukuleles in chapter 2. I don't even know what I'm talking about anymore, but yeah, I don't want to go on too long.
My lady.
What is it?
Then you definitely need to
get an avocado.
Oh my god, that's so cute.
You need to get
that ain't an avocado.
That's adorable.
That's a kiwi.
No, it's a kiwi. Yeah, you're right.
Kiwi, avocado. They're both green.
Totally different.
It's pretty different. Blingo's vengeful ghost. Is it also about boobs? Sure. Yeah, it is now about boobs. Fiendish is about boobs. Buy my book.
That's right, friend.
Tentacle porn.
I do have a lot of boobs in this comic.
There's boobs in this book, friend.
Not as much as Boob Dan, because boob is in his name.
There's a healthy dose of boobs in Fiendish, friend. Don't worry, you will be satisfied.
But there are boobs in Fiendish, and I have my very boobalicious character at the end of chapter 1, so you will not be disappointed.
Hey, Irene.
Yes,
Are we gonna get to see the characters with boobs fight the tentacle monsters?
I mean, that's what this whole comic is about. What are you?
It's all leading up to that part, yes.
There's tentacle monsters with boobs.
Kaz doesn't.
Honey, it's just like you give them the soft stuff, knowing that there's just gonna be some guy called Casimir or something just fighting some tentacle monsters. But the idea is that we're leading up to the characters with boobs to fight them too.
Okay, chapter 1 is just one snippet of just laying the groundwork for the story. Okay.
Now see, like that cadaver,
Yomi, and this.
See, that cadaver has no boobs, so he just got destroyed. That was the only way to defeat them. Really.
Okay, I'm ending this stream, guys.
That was the weakness of the monsters all along. See, that guy also got killed.
Thank you guys for joining. Where can we find you, Vinny?
You can find me over on Vinnie Art, YouTube, Twitter. Why are you crying now? What's going on?
Losing all of your people in the chat.
Also, you could find me in your bedroom, everyone. Definitely. I knock door to door. I'm going to inject each and every one of you.
Thank you, Alan. I'm glad you think so.
It's Andrew, homosexual. I love everyone. LGBTQ, black, white, young, old. They have no idea what I'm talking about.
No, I have no idea.
The governor of New York. He's
I don't pay attention
fucking whack
to
job.
him.
All right, never mind.
Sorry.
He will give you the COVID.
Boob Dan knows what I'm talking about.
I know a little bit about what you're talking about, but I didn't know about that specific conversation.
Yeah, he had a giant speech. He had a montage of all the different people he was kissing. He's very affectionate. He's been accused from 11 women now.
Well, you know what the gag is? Senators kissing babies. Like, that's what they do.
Oh, they do more than that. But
babies
anyway,
do they have to kiss in order to win a prize?
You can find me on my YouTube channel, Vinnie Art. You can find me on Twitter, ArtStation. I still have a DeviantArt. That's Vin Rock. It was an older name I was using on there, but yeah, I still have a huge following there. Apparently, I had no idea about it still. But
The Rock,
VinRoc. That's how it was. Vin Rock. But,
doing a Greenie Draws monster.
Oh, excellent.
Sweet.
More
lots of tentacles and boobs.
I love it.
But yeah,
giant
please continue to support my project.
Breasts on there.
Excellent, Dan.
Sorry, Vinny. Sorry, Vinny.
It's all right.
Sorry. Don't mean to interrupt.
It's perfectly fine. It's perfectly fine.
Let Como speak.
You can find me over on Infowars.com. Remember, don't drink the water because it's making the frogs gay. Remember that.
Really?
Yes.
Okay, thank you, Alex. Where can people find you, AC and Nick?
You can find me at A.C Zamudio on Twitter and on Instagram.
And I can be found as Inkimp on Blogspot and on Instagram as well. And I can be contacted at inkimpcontact@gmail.com.
Ooh, let the spam begin.
Send him spam, guys. Actually, don't
Yes.
Do it.
Send him giant titty fiendish monsters with tentacles.
do that. I don't think he would mind that.
Well, I've got one right here. I'll just send
He's
it
not
over.
saying anything, so I think he's
That does actually look pretty cool.
Can you zoom in on it?
Put a little shadow underneath here.
That's fun.
I love it.
Oh my god. Ooh, those are like veiny down there. Oh my
You know,
god.
Those are like boob testicles.
This
Yeah.
is what I'm doing wrong. If
Oh,
I
it's-
just had
it's-
giant boob appendages on my monsters, I'd be at like 90K right now.
That's true, friend.
Dan, it's wearing clothes, right? Obviously, it wouldn't be.
Clothes?
It would be showing this like.
No, this
Oh
thing
no,
is
no! It's an animal, so it's
It's
not human. It's
sprung
like
from
rules.
Rini's loins.
All right.
Okay, well, that
Vision
got
from her
strange.
mind for the audience.
That's from your mind.
You described this. I'm just transcribing what you told me to draw.
Tentacle boob. I am not the first person to come up with tentacle boob monsters.
I read this
Tentacle
right
boob monster, friend.
But Dan's the first one to come up with the testicle boob monster.
That is true. The testicles are a new thing. You're a
I give it
genius,
lots of-
Dan.
I'm gonna
You're
give it lots of
genius.
teeth. Lots of sharp teeth.
Teeth on the boobs?
Well, they're
Above
in
the
between the
boobs.
boobs.
In between the boobs. Okay.
Oh.
Cool.
Yeah.
Yeah, I might incorporate this in my comic.
If you could see the butthole, I'm sure there'd be boobs. There would be teeth there too.
So where can people find you, Dan?
They can find me on the YouTube. Be sure to, subscribe to the boob
Porn.
as she drinks heavily. As Rini drinks
I need
heavily.
to start drinking
Dan
heavily.
suggests
I've
that you
been
can find
drinking
him on the
heavily.
YouTube, Instagram, and Twitter. Or sign up for Goblin Girl on Indiegogo. It's live now, friend. It's going to be, well, I guess it's the mailing list is live, and eventually the book will be live, and
It's
much
boobalicious.
boobs will be had.
Much boobs will be had. Sign up for Goblin Girl, everybody.
That's right, friend. And if you like this monster, well, you ain't seen nothing yet.
Follow Boob Dan, friends.
Yes, friend.
More boobs, friends.
But be sure you're here every week for Rini Draws and Friends with the Fiendish.
That's true. Every Wednesday.
Brains.
And you can find me at Rini Draws everywhere, basically. Twitter, Instagram, and Facebook page. I don't check that, so don't follow me there, but I'm on Twitter all the damn time. Follow my Instagram.
She's
I
famous.
also, I'm not, but I also
He is
have
now, friend.
a, Instagram for my comic, fiendish.comics, so follow that because I want more people to follow that as well. And to check out Fiendish on Indiegogo. As you can see here, we're very close to fulfillment. So if you want to see, if you want that book in your hands by the end of the month, you can have the grayscale version. But of course, I don't know. I think I'm looking forward to the color version because that's Nick's work actually. So that will
Ooh.
be. That's also
Oh, yeah.
we're not, all the art is done. Obviously, we're just waiting for the color, so that should be shipping like September, late September. So it won't be too long.
Awesome.
Back whatever you like. Check out Fiendish on Indiegogo and join us every Wednesday on this channel and Rainy Draws for more discussions like this. And
Probably a
subscribe
2-hour stream.
for
Most likely.
Yes, I swear this will totally be a 2-hour stream next time.
The famous
Totally
famous
not going
Rini Draws
over.
2-hour stream.
Yes, my
3
famous
hour
2-hour
tour.
streams that regularly run about 4 hours. So check out our other shows if you haven't yet. Subscribe, like this video. We'll see you next week, 8:30 every week. I love you guys.
For a 6-hour tour.
And I
Just
read
took
the
a softball.
sleeves. We're still on stream. She just leaves.
We're still on the stream for the 14-hour tour. It's all right. I can run this from here. Not a problem. Hello and welcome to the 6th hour of Weenie Draws with Boob Dan.
Goodbye. Have a great one. Back
Welcome.
Fiendish. Goodbye.